पूरा कोविड में मैं ही लिया। एंड लर्न ऐप जो है उसका सर, नहीं सर क्या सर, चल भी है सर, जानते हैं आदमी दो पैसे के लिए क्या नहीं करता सर। और जैसे से अभी आपको एनर्जी है, लेकिन आपको पैसे की उतनी ज़रूरत नहीं है, बच्चे छोटे होंगे, जैसे जैसे उम्र बढ़ेगी ना आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बढ़ती चली जाएगी सर, है ना, और शरीर में एनर्जी नहीं रहेगी उतनी। आदमी जो है सर टूटता है वही जब उम्र बढ़ती है सर, है ना। मेरे से बहुत लोग पूछते हैं तुम अभी भी काम क्यों करते हो, अब अपने दुख दूसरे को बता तो नहीं सकते सर। कुछ भी बच्चे जहाँ काम करता हूँ सर रखे हैं ये लोग। सर सेकंड हो गया सर, हो गया। नहीं सर, 2-3 बार चेक कर लेंगे सर। सुबह वाले में जो हुआ है ना, कमेंट्स आए हैं सर, मेरे को बहुत से डीन फोन करके बोले तुम वहाँ क्या करने गए थे, यही लाइन पूछा सर मेरे से, तो छोटू को क्यों भेजा, ऐसे बोल रहे थे। मतलब मैं कौन होता हूँ तुम।
पहले सेट आप दे रहे हो क्या? हाँ, तब तो आ जाइए. No, you come ना. कुछ तो बात करने के लिए. Do you wait for 4-5 questions? ऐसे ही. Hello all students. So let's welcome for live paper discussion of shift 2 January 21st JEE Main exam. And today, as per the students' feedback, unlike the morning shift, the chemistry paper was very comfortable, very much scoring the paper was. Many of the questions were easily to be done. Those students who have focused on fundamental concepts, they felt very comfortable in solving a minimum 12 to 15 questions. So hope all of our students have done very well in this shift 2 also, evening shift also in today's paper. And anything information you got about physics, Jacket sir?
Thank you, sir, for giving the opportunity. First thing I would like to say this physics, as usual, like last year, it was actually easy. But what is important here is that you actually stick with the formula, stick with the short notes, because our student, we made them make sure that they are writing the short notes. Now, the short note doesn't mean you just copy paste the entire booklet somehow. That short note simply means you just copy what is important, like important formulas. As long as the students are doing that, believe me, most of the questions were like directly. Even in the morning shift, we have seen there was a question from electromagnetic wave where they have simply gave electrical field function, which means they have given what is the direction. They have given the wave direction with the help of that expression, and all you guys you need to do is E cross B is equals to C. That's it. And that one simple question, like 4 marks, is gonna topple your kind of like throw the rank all the way to like 10,000, 20,000, depending on where are you. And believe me, most of the questions were like that. So in terms of physics, I would really recommend this thing, that you just go through all the formulas. And if the student is doing that, it's my personal guarantee that they are able to do, at least in terms of attempt, not actually selecting the answer and getting the correct answer, at least the attempts were easily can be up to 20. And if I have to say, like Frank, no, for a normal general person who did like sir, the student which only do 11th and a little bit of 12th, if they do that, they can get correct answer for at least 15. Which means they can easily get 15 into 4,
Yes,
60.
yes.
So from my side, I would say the physics was not that difficult. Just don't make it too scary. Just stick with the basic, make the short notes, and that's it. So that is from physics side.
Okay. And same thing as like Jakit sir was telling, two of the questions we have seen in chemistry also in evening shift paper is very much similar to the morning shift paper, like from the periodic table, the trends like ionization energy, electronegativity, atomic size, ionic size, the trend is there, right? The similar type of question came in evening shift also. One more question is on the qualitative analysis. In the morning session, it was the estimation of sulfur by Carrier's method. And in this shift, they have asked for the phosphorus. Just element they have changed. And if we have solved PYQ, sir, if the children have solved PYQ, sir, this quantitative estimation of elements question, every shift, one question has come in the previous exam also, previous 2025 paper also. Okay, so till we get a few of the questions for starting our live discussion, let us have some very important useful information to be given to the students. So suppose sir, suppose our students cutoff is 100 to 110 marks, let us assume. And in 100 marks, suppose one third, if I consider for physics paper, that means they have to do around 35 to 40 marks, they should get it. So if any student have to get 35 to 40 marks by default, then what are the topics you will suggest them that they have to mandatorily should go through, so that they will comfortably get to this 35 to 40 marks?
Okay, thank you for this opportunity. Let me tell you, it's very simple. If you're talking about 11th class, there are just more like a main 4 or 5 chapters which you really need to do. The first one, which you have seen many places, and it's a sort of a scary chapter, it's called rigid body dynamics. In simple terms, it's a rotational motion. Now, this one chapter is so big, it's kind of covering the remaining or previous 9 or 10 chapters. What this thing is, first of all, if you are doing the rigid body dynamics rotation, then you don't have to do the conservation of energy, you don't have to do the center of mass, it's going to be included in that anyway. You don't have to do the kinematics, you don't have to do the Newton's law of motion, because guess what, rigid body dynamics literally have the formula called F equals to ma, torque equals to I alpha. That is for the dynamics. It literally have a formula V is equals to U plus AT, and as well as omega is equals to omega naught plus alpha T, which is like rotational, I mean kinematics. So basically, if you do that RBD, and even in the morning session and even in the evening session, we have seen that there's gonna be a question from that mechanics portion definitely. So that's one chapter for you, which you really have to actually do it. Now, coming back to the second chapter, that is going to be the fluid mechanics. Now, the fluid mechanics is not just fluid, static, or dynamic. The fluid mechanics also consider surface tension. Fluid mechanics also consider viscosity. Now, these are kind of like, some tiny chapters, okay? But they do make up this whole thing called fluid mechanics. If you're doing that, believe me, you're just completed the 50% of 11th. Now, after that, we have something called thermodynamics. Now, thermodynamics is something like a common between us.
Yes.
Thermodynamics is not just physics part, it's also the chemistry part. There is only one tiny difference, but other than that, it's pretty much same. And that makes it so important because it's pretty much, it is exists in both of them.
Yes. For sir, one point I want to add for thermodynamics part. From the physics part, I advise the students to read the thermodynamics part from the physics part, from the physics angle, and thermochemistry to focus from the chemistry angle. Because if we are focusing the same concept in two different subjects, it is double the time you are spending. So rather than that, you can give more focus on thermochemistry part from the chemistry point of view. And physics anyway, first law of thermodynamics will be completed. Just you need to add entropy and Gibbs free energy for chemistry part.
That is exactly my point. If you're doing it, why waste time in both of them? Just pick one for the thermodynamics first law and entropy and other stuff for chemistry. If you do that, you will be gaining the result not just for the physics part, you're also gaining the results for the chemistry as well. I mean, already in chemistry, you have bunch of things like inorganic and other stuff. So save the time as much as possible. Now, these are making up what you call 3 chapters. Now we have fourth one, which is actually kind of divided into 2 parts. We have something called wave. Now I know I just said one word, which is kind of like consists of 4 letter WAVE, wave. But the thing is, that is not that small. The wave chapter consists of actually 4 things, which are 2 in 11th and 2 in 12th. The first one is gonna be wave on string, which is
पूरा मिलकर कितने क्वेश्चंस आते हैं wave?
If I have to say in JEE Mains how much they are gonna get, at least 2 questions will be definitely
2 questions. और RBD से?
RBD, well, sir, we just saw in the morning session there were 2 questions, but I personally expect that RBD is not just one chapter. They are going to be
a unit question. Like.
Yes, this is like a unit. They will be having like 3 questions.
Okay, 3 questions. So ये वेव और आरबीडी मिलाकर 5 क्वेश्चन हो गए.
Yeah.
हाँ, तो और कौन कौन सा चैप्टर कवर करनी है?
We had a fluid mechanics.
अगर 10 क्वेश्चन तक पहुंचना है.
If we did do these 4 fluid
Hmm.
mechanics, thermodynamics, wave,
Hmm.
and this RBD.
Okay,
Believe me,
thermodynamics. Okay.
it's least is 10 questions.
Least is 10. Okay,
Yes.
well, fine, fine, fine.
Yes.
So this is, see, all the students, this point you have to take it very seriously, because there will be so many chapters, and also the students will feel, some of the students who will be also be slower in learning will be feeling very much difficult in completing perfectly all the chapters. So rather than partially completing all the chapters, it is better, like as Jakit sir has advised, if you stick to a bunch of chapters first and get expertise in that chapters and get guaranteed performance in that chapters, then you can add one or more chapters extra. Like that, selective preparation generally will increase
Yes.
the accuracy and efficiency also. That first, as a first milestone, you can complete your eligibility, that is cut off, and as a second milestone you can complete your seat availability, seat getting in any of the
Exactly.
NITs or IIITs, and then in a better campus, and then in a better branch. Like that, in a level wise you can increase your performance. So always we advise in resonance that don't go with the exam target, but go with the chapter target. If one chapter is running, to target that chapter, that should be completed, not from the teacher side only that teaching is completed, but from your side that preparation is completed, and that one or two questions you have taken it into your pocket. So that is the real preparation, what we can advise to you all, right?
Exactly. If you do the selective preparation, you will never feel that it's too much burden. You don't have to see there are 6 books there, this much thick. You don't have to see there are so many books, copies there. If you just do selective, you will be less with the tension and more focused. Now, this is what I just told you about 11th. It is the same thing as the 12th class as well. If I have to take the liberty of talking about
Yes,
this thing,
yes, yes, sir.
then I would be saying there will be first and very important called modern physics. Don't skip that. You know why? Because modern physics is also something which is like related to chemistry. We literally have
Atomic
something
structure.
yep,
Atomic
atomic
structure.
structure. We have atomic structure as a first chapter in 11th in chemistry, which kind of like rebirth itself, resurrect itself in 12th in physics as well. So once again, it's making this particular chapter very important. Then other than that, we have semiconductor. I know people hate it because it's at the end of the thing and it's sort of slightly complicated because electronics is involved. But believe me, it works.
I think they will be in a rush also, because of it being the
Yeah,
last chapter. They do not wind it up perfectly, right?
that is
But
one of
weightage
the,
is there.
yeah, definitely. I mean, logic gate is one of the things that they have to do it if you're actually going for
I think
electrical
morning also
engineering.
we heard of it, na? Logic gate.
Yes, we had a logic gate question, and it was very easy one. If a student do not recognize the symbol, for them it feels like it is the toughest thing in the entire world. But the moment a student just recognize, okay, this is a NOT gate, this is a OR gate, it's gonna be easy. So there you go.
Okay, okay. And the same point, if I want to cover for the chemistry part, to get a minimum of 40 marks to enter into the competition, that is to clear the cutoff, first you can focus on chemical bonding and coordination compounds, which will be equivalent to 3 questions. Then you can target for the GOC part from organic chemistry, which will be having 2 to 3 questions. So totally it comes to 5 to 6 questions. And then you can go with the carbonyl compounds and biomolecule chapter, which will again add 2 to 3 questions. That means 6 questions from earlier, and then 2 to 3 questions from here. Even if we take to the lower level 2 questions also, it becomes to 8 questions. Then from the physical chemistry, even the selective chapters also, if you are preparing like solutions and colligative properties, definitely one question will come. Only four colligative properties are there, very easy, very comfortably you can complete it. And then according to your choice, it can be equilibrium, electrokinetics, or atomic structure, whatever you feel comfortable, right? So you can select, and minimum to minimum you can target for 10 to 12 questions to complete by these chapters, strictly preparing by concept to prepare, and then by short notes to revise, and then by PYQs to practice. All will make you to get guaranteely in your pocket 10 to 12 questions. So hope and wishing you all the best for coming sessions and coming year preparation also. Whoever senior, junior students, whoever all are listening to this session. So we say all the best to you, and we are going to start the live preparation with our Hayat sir maths. Hayat sir physics questions. A few of the questions we have received, and we will start the live discussion of JEE paper.
So
Thank
let's
you.
start.
Yes, sir.
Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope everyone is fine. So January 21st shift 2 has been successfully completed, and we have received some questions from the student side, and whatever the questions we have received from our side, so those questions, these are the memory based questions so far whatever we have received. So these memory based questions may help to the next shift students to prepare very well, and they will get the complete idea that how they are preparing actually. So they will get the perfect idea that how they can write the next paper. Just hold on. Fine. So whatever the questions we have received, I think my voice is very clear right now. Okay, let me introduce you myself. Let I introduce you myself. Myself, Mohammad Hayat, Faculty of Physics, Resonance, Hyderabad. So whatever the questions that we have received from the student side, and those questions initially whatever I have received from the student side, those are very easy questions and also considered as a kind of the standard questions that you will be seeing in majority of our resonance material, in resonance sheets almost, and majority of the questions which I have received so far, those are all either from the sheet or from touching the roots of our sheet, and also from our class notes also. Okay, so now the students who are preparing more for the next shift specifically from the physics side, I may recommend them to go through the basic and standard questions and also revise the formulas as much as you can. Followed by that, moreover, the questions, the language of the question is being more focused. If you understand while solving the paper, while solving your next shift, I'm saying this for those students who are actually attempting the next shift, whose exam is by tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, and next rest of the shifts whatever are there. Maybe those students may be in a fear that this paper, and after listening this that from the students, they may get like fear of. It's not like that. It's you have to stay calm, that's it. So if you whatever you have given the perfect time for the practice, then 100% if you attempt that particular question, you can solve it easily by yourself. Okay, now without wasting the time, I would like to start our paper discussion. Fine. So this is a question from current electricity which we have received from the students. It is, I already informed you that these are the memory based questions. Basically this we will be discussing in our regular class usually, and this question is nothing but based on the concept of maximum power transfer. So let us start with this case. So in this question, what he has given, this is a chapter from current electricity, very simple question. In a circuit, there is a battery with internal resistance smaller and EMF is capital E, which is connected to the external load resistor capital R as shown. Find the value of capital R so that maximum power dissipated across capital R is. I believe majority of the student whoever has done this part without solving only they have ticked this part. So let us solve this question in detail. The current which will be going through this particular EMF is basically taken as I, and if you take this particular case, I can take here current can be taken as I is equals to E by R, and R is nothing but I have to take this as R effective capital R plus small r, right? So capital R is the external resistance and small r is basically our internal resistance. Coming to the next case, we can say the basic formula for the power which is equals to I square into capital R. So I can take here power will be equal to I square means capital E by capital R plus small r whole square into capital R. There are many ways to simplify the maximum power. So what we can do, you can do by differentiation also. I'll go with the simple point, that is nothing but you can differentiate this part with respect to capital R and then equate it to 0 to get the maximum power transfer. So coming to the point, so I would like to differentiate this particular P with respect to R. So when I am differentiating this part, I am going to get here dP by dr, which is equals to, I would like to write E square at the outside, and I can take here d by dr of the capital R by capital R plus small r whole square, right? So now taking this part under consideration for the maximum power transfer, dp, or for maxima minima from the basic part, the differentiation of that particular factor will be equated to 0. So therefore dp by dr is equated to 0. If you are equating this part, the equals to 0, this is going to be E square, and if you use this u by v form, so differentiation of r is 1 into capital R plus small r whole square minus of uv formula I'm using here, u dash v minus v dash u whole divided by v square. So I'm taking 2 into capital R plus small r into its inner derivative followed by this capital R whole divided by capital R plus small r whole power 4. When you are taking with this particular case, so I can send this E square towards this side, capital R plus small r also I can send to the other side, and if I am simplifying this part, so what I am going to get here, 0 is equals to, I am going to get here capital R plus small r whole square minus 2 into capital R plus small r into r. So I can send here minus 2 into capital R plus small r on the other side. So I am going to get here capital R plus small r whole square, which is equals to 2 into capital R plus small r into r. Capital R plus small r will get cancelled, and therefore capital R, if I send on the other side, 2r minus r is going to be capital R, and finally the final result that I am going to get here is capital R is equals to small r. This is the actual proof. I believe majority of the student, whoever has attempted this particular question, may have written the answer directly, because this usually in our resonance classes we will be dealing. This is nothing but maximum power transfer. In detail we will be doing this, and majority of the student, I think they have attempted without solving only. Let's go for the next question. So in the next question, another question that we are able to see here is nothing from the geometrical optics, and this is nothing but from the concept of the prism, which is actually a simple part, prism involving the total internal reflection concept. And also you can say in this particular question, what he has given, refractive index of the prism is equals to √2. So that means he has given already the refractive index of this particular prism is going to be how much? √2. And now what should be the angle of incidence for a light ray that such that the emerging rays grazes out the surface? Okay, so now coming to the next case, here he is asking to find out the angle of incidence from this particular part. And to find out the angle of incidence, obviously the light ray will fall here, and then he is saying that the another condition that he mentioned you in the question, that the light ray is grazing from the other side, emerging ray grazes out of the surface. So basically the emerging ray is basically going in this particular case. So to find out this particular part, I need to find out the critical angle. The light ray is actually getting totally internally reflected, and now you can say here that sine theta c, I can say, which is equals to how much? 1 by mu. So I am going to get the critical angle. If here there is a total internal reflection, then one side it is going to maintain the critical angle, and critical angle will be equal to, from this particular case, I can say sine theta c is equals to 1 by mu, which is equals to 1 by √2, which means theta c is actually going to be how much? 45 degrees. So you got the critical angle as 45 degrees. If I am taking theta c is equals to 45, so this part is going to be how much? 45 degrees. Now I can apply my Snell's law using the standard formula, considering the surrounding as air. So from Snell's law I can say, I can say mu1 sin I is equals to mu2 sin R. So that means I can say 1 into sin I is equals to √2 into sin 45 degrees. And this sin 45 is basically taken as 1 by √2. So therefore sin I is equals to √2 into 1 by √2, and this part is nothing but sin I is equals to 1, and I is nothing but angle of incidence is actually taken as how much? 90 degrees. So therefore with this particular case, this is a very standard and simple question which has been done in, this can also be said as one of the PYQ derivative, which already we did in our last December month revision pattern. We are having this kind of models. So let us go for the next question. So far, we have done 2 questions. Both the 2 questions are actually from our DPP, whatever we did in the month of December. I hope whoever our resonance students has successfully solved these questions easily. And these are, as I said you, these are the memory based questions. So maybe these questions may be jumbled. Whatever the student has remembered, they have forwarded to us and we solved and we are presenting in front of you. The next shift student can take the advantage from this, whatever the discussion we are doing from the present part. Okay, let us go for the next question. So in the next question, you are able to see this question. So this is the question from the circular motion, you can say. And in this particular part, what he has given, it's a very simple and standard question. A block of mass m is at rest with respect to the hollow cylinder, which is rotating with the angular speed omega. Radius of the cylinder is capital R. Find the minimum coefficient of the friction between the block and the cylinder. So we actually need to find out the minimum coefficient of friction. So for this part, by default, what I can say here is nothing but if m is the block of mass m, then obviously mg will be acting in a downward direction, and here the normal force will be acting in this direction, and centripetal force will be actually acting towards the center, and we represent in a free body diagram in the opposite side. So we can take here, this is going to be mr omega square, and in the question he has given that angular radius is nothing but capital R. So I wish to take here radius as the capital R. I can take here. So I can take this particular radius as capital R. So in this particular case, I would like to take this part as radius as capital R. Okay. Now coming to the next part. So from this particular case, m capital R omega square, while the frictional force will be balancing, will be acting in upward direction. Very simple part. Then I can say that if I equate this particular part, so what I am going to get, the frictional force, the vertical component balances downwards, the F is equals to what you are going to get mg, and the normal force is actually taken as what, mr omega square. So now mr omega square, using this part again, the frictional force, the basic and generalized formula for the frictional force is equals to what, mu into n. That is what I am taking here. Mu n will be equal to mg, and now n can be written as what, mr omega square, which is equals to mg, and this m will get cancelled, and finally we are concerned to find out the coefficient, minimum coefficient of friction. So I can take here, this part is nothing but, we can also say, as he said, that minimum coefficient of friction. So with this case, friction force may be less than or equal to mg, you can take here. So for this part, whatever I am going to get here, minimum I am going to get here, as I equated here also. So I can say minimum I am taking here. So mu minimum will be equal to, into r omega square will be equal to g. So mu minimum will be equal to g by r omega square, which is basically taken as your second option. Another simple and easy question. So I think this question was the very easiest part so far, whatever we have experienced here. So these 3 questions are actually considered as very easy part. Okay, so let us go for the next question. So now this question is basically from units and dimension, and this question was like we got this question in our DPP also, and even in our first RPT test paper also. I am saying about the model we have done about this part, and this is also from the this actually we can also say the final point is actually, the line is actually from the NCRT line that we will be discussing for this case. So directly you can say he is saying, keeping the significant figures in view, the sum of the physical quantity. Here sum he is saying. So sum means nothing but, I like to do in a simplest form, 5.01 added by 153.2, and then that should be added by 0.123. 0.123. If you add this part, this is 3, and this is also going to be 3, this is also going to be 3, this is 851. And now the final answer is actually to be decided. So the final answer is basically what he has given, 153, and also he has given 0.123, and also he has given us this point. So final answer in this particular case that you are going to get here. So maybe there may be a mistake in this particular question. So you can see here, it may be 5.01 or 50.01 you can take here, and 0.123. If it is possible, it should be 50.01 only, then only there is a possibility. So you can say 205.3 you will be getting approximately, this should be the final result. So there is an error in this particular question. What we got here, we have written, if you add this part, you are going to get here 205.3 as a final result. And one more important point that you should be familiar in this case is, always do remember, whatever the addition is there, it is being decided, significant power, significant figure in addition is basically decided by means of the least decimal, but in multiplication it is being decided by the significant figure, least significant figure. So therefore for this case you will be getting 205.3 as a first 0.3 as a correct answer. Okay, let us go for the next question. So now the last question which I have received from the student. So basically in this case what you can say, the energy of an electron of an orbit of an atom is minus 4.0 4 epsilon naught electron volt, where epsilon naught is G state square energy and L is the angular momentum of E in this orbit and H is a Planck's constant. Okay, in this particular case what he is saying, basically he gave this question is basically from the atoms, the only language we have to focus, and I believe this cannot be 4, it could be 0.04, then only there is a possibility. 0.04, then only there is a possibility. If you go with the energy wala case, energy in the nth orbit in terms of epsilon naught, you can write here epsilon naught by n square, and that too this is expressed in terms of electron volt, and also you can say this is going to be 0.04 epsilon naught into electron volt is equals to epsilon naught by n square into EV. So this electron volt will get actually cancelled, epsilon naught and epsilon naught will actually get cancelled. Point if you remove, this is going to be by 100 you can take here, so you can take here this is 4 ones 4 25s, therefore the value of n is going to be how much? 5. Therefore as we got the value of n is equals to 5, and now he's saying the angular momentum of E in the orbit H is a Planck's constant, then he is saying that angular momentum is basically then 2 pi L by H. So I would like to take the basic formula for the angular momentum, that is L equals to NH by 2 pi. So basically if you substitute the value of n is 5, if I am substituting 5h by 2 pi, so he is saying that the Planck's constant H is constant, then 2 pi L by H is. So I would like to adjust this equation, 2 pi capital L by H is equals to 5. That is what he said us in the question. So this is the question from the atoms, another easy question. The language that he has used is a simple one. That language you have to understand and you have to solve it. So far, whatever the question we have received from the student side, these 5 questions from the physics side, more questions we'll be discussing further, and as we get those questions, again we'll be coming back and we'll be discussing very shortly. Right now, we also received certain questions from chemistry as well as mathematics. Right now, Srinivas sir is going to take from the chemistry side. Thank you. We'll come back with the remaining questions.
Hello students, this is Srinivas, chemistry faculty from Resonance. Hope you did well today in the exam. Think chemistry paper is very easy. Whatever question we received from our students, we got from our students, it seems to be some questions are very easy. We can do it very easily. So some questions, those which are asked in the first session, same questions they asked in the second sessions also. Similar kind of questions they asked in the second session also. Let us discuss one by one, right? Yeah, this question already asked in the first session also, similar kind of question. They asked percentage of sulfur. Right? In the first session. In the second session, they asked the percentage of phosphorus. Actually, this question from the POC, practical organic chemistry, quantitative analysis. Remember, this is the regular question they are asking in the JEE. I will give the some tricks how to remember the formulas to find out the percentage of element present in the given organic compound. Let us see. For example, to find the percentage of carbon in the given organic compound, you people can remember like this. See, CO2, H2, H2O. You can take chlorine, AgCl. You can take sulfur, BaSO4. You can take phosphorus, gives the Mg2P2O7. Right? Right. What is the atomic weight of carbon? 12. What is the molecular weight of carbon dioxide? 44, right? Clear. Hydrogen molecular weight 2, element I am taking. Okay, H2O 80, chlorine 35.5. It is AgCl molecular weight is 143.5, sulfur 32, barium sulfate 233. P2 I am taking because the compound, whatever product yield we get in that compound, we have the 2 phosphorus atoms. That's why I am taking P2. Its molecular weight is 222 and its weight is 62. Then percentage of carbon is equals to what? Here 12 by 44 into X by W into 100. Very simple. If you want to find out the percentage of hydrogen, 2 by 18 into X by W into 100. Right now, percentage of chlorine. What is the percentage of chlorine? Now you can say 35.5, 143.5 into X by W into 100. Very simple, na? Percentage of sulfur, 32. Percentage of sulfur is equals to 32 by 233 into X by W into 100. What is the percentage of phosphorus? 62 by 222 into X by W into 100. Very easy to remember these formulas. But you people have to know what is the X, what is the W. In all the cases, W is common. W is the weight of organic compound given. In this case, X is the weight of CO2 given. In this case, weight X equals to weight of water given. Here in this case, X equals to weight of AgCl given in the question. In this case, X is equals to weight of barium sulfate given in the question. In this case, X equals to weight of Mg2 magnesium pyrophosphate given in the question. That's very simple to remember these formulas. You can solve the question very easily by by applying the values whatever they mentioned in the question, right? Here in this given particular question, 1 gram of an organic compound produce 1.49 grams of Mg2P2O7. Determine the percentage of phosphorus. What is the percentage of phosphorus? 62 by 222 into X by W into 100. Then substitute. Percentage of phosphorus is equals to 62 by 222 2 into what is the X? X is the weight of Mg2P2O7. Right? What is the Mg2P2O7 given? Weight 1.49, right? What is the weight of organic compound they given? 1 gram. Substitute into 100. Upon solving, you get approximately 42%. The correct answer is 42%. Answer is what? 42%, right? Let us discuss next question. Very easy question. Very easy to solve this question, and this question is regular question they are asking in the JEE Mains. Right? Remember these formulas in this way. It is very easy. Okay, right? Let us move to next question. Wait a minute. Right. Question they asked from the periodic properties. Very simple question, basic fundamental question they asked. Say they given this question in the statement as a statements. Statement 1, given below, the correct order of radius is aluminum greater than, magnesium greater than, Mg plus 2 greater than, Al plus 3. Right, these both are isoelectronic species, obviously. Isoelectronic species, right? Yes, charge, positive charge for isoelectronic species, positive charge increases, size decreases because Z effective increases, right? Here we have aluminum and magnesium, both are in the period, right? In the period, across the period, what happened? Down the group, what happened? Atomic radius increases. Across the period, atomic radius is decreases. Then order should be magnesium greater than aluminum. not aluminum greater than magnesium. Option 1 is wrong. Statement 1 is wrong. You know that down the group atomic radius increases, across the period atomic radius decreases, but they given reversely in this way. That's why statement 1 is wrong. Next, statement 2, atomic size is always depends on the electron. No, this is very wrong statement. Atomic radius depends on the Z effective and number of shells, right? It depends on the effective nuclear charge and the number of shells, and some other exceptional factors also there. But whatever it may be, main factors that affect in the atomic radius are what now? Z effective and number of shells. Then statement 2 also wrong. Statement 1, statement 2, both are incorrect. The correct option is 2. Obviously, what is the correct option? 2. Let us move to next question. Yeah, this is given from organic chemistry. They involved the so many reactions in this question. What is the question? They given the nitrobenzene. First, Friedel-Crafts, halogenation and reduction, pH neutralization, and bromine water, diazotization, and Gutterman reaction. So many reactions they given. Finally, what the question they asked? Number of bromine atoms present in the product. Right? Right. So question asked from the organic chemistry. Nitrogen compounds. Let us see sequence. NO2. NO2 is the minus M minus I group. Right? Electron withdrawing group. Electron withdrawing groups act as the meta directors. Obviously, this is the meta director. Then what you get from the first reaction? You get the meta bromonitrogen. Okay, right. Meta in the meta position, bromine is substituted. After that reduction, then we get the NH2, NO2 is converted into NH2 bromine. After that, pH neutralization they did. Right? pH neutralization. After that, bromine added the bromine water. Then what happened? Here we have NH2. Okay, bromine water, you people know that if aniline is there, if you add the bromine water, if it is phenol or aniline, bromine water, you get the bromine over here, bromine over here, bromine over here. Very important reaction. No? Very important reaction. Here I have the bromine already. Here I get the bromine. Here I get the bromine. Here I get the bromine. Okay, to this bromine. Here you get the bromine. Here you get the bromine. Sorry. Here you get the bromine. Right. After that, diazotization, NaNO2, HCl. They added the NaNO2, HCl. Then what happened? Diazonium chloride is formed. Right? Bromine, and here I have the bromine, and here I have the bromine. This is upon treated with CuBr, then you get the product like this. Bromine, and bromine, and bromine, and bromine, and here I have bromine. Totally how many bromine atoms are present in the product? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Answer is 5. Number of bromine atoms present in the product. Then answer is what? 5. Right? Clear? Question is somewhat moderate. You need to be more workout on the what? Sequence of reactions. Right? Then you get the clarity. Let us move to next question. Right. This question they asked from the stoichiometry. Okay. Stoichiometry. Okay, right. When 8.74 grams of MnO2 is treated with HCl, then what will be the weight of chlorine obtained? Molar mass of the MnO2 they given 87.4 grams per mole. Okay, let us write the balanced equation. MnO2 treated with HCl. What are the products? Chlorine, and along with chlorine you get the MnCl2 and you get the H2. This is the equation. We have to balance this equation. Here we have the 4 chlorine atoms, 4 2H2O. This is the balanced equation. Okay, MnO2 they given 8.74 grams. Convert it into the moles first, right? 8.74 by 87.4 means 0.1. Okay, 0.1 mole, right? 0.1 mole by 1. What is the stoichiometric coefficient here? 1. Okay, number of moles of chlorine by 1. What is the stoichiometric coefficient here? 1. So, moles by stoichiometric coefficient is equals to moles by stoichiometric coefficient of the another reagent. Then you get number of moles of chlorine is equals to 0.1. Then you know how to find out the mass from the number of moles. Then mass equals to weight into molecular weight into number of moles. What is the molecular weight? 71 grams approximately into number of moles are what? 0.1. Then what is the answer? 7.1 grams is the answer. Then your answer will be the first one. Clear? Right? Let's move to next question, right? Right. Following 4 molecules are given and among them one is optically active. Find percentage of carbon by mass in that compound. Right, first one is optically inactive, silly option, right? Because there is no every carbon having the some similar valencies. This carbon having that both valencies are same. It is not optically active, as this is the compound having the 4 different valencies. Here we have the hydrogen. And if an organic compound having the 4 different valencies and having the only one chiral center, then obviously it is optically active. Obviously it is optically active because this compound having the only one chiral center. Right, this is not optically active. Here 2 valencies are same, here 3 valencies are same. It is not optical. This compound is the optically active that we have to identify from the given options. Here we get this one. What is the molecular formula? 1 2 3 4 C4, and we have the H9Cl is the molecular formula. Then what is the molecular weight? 48 plus 9 plus 35.5. Then you get 92.5 is the molecular weight of the compound. Right? 92.5 grams. Then what is the percentage of carbon? Percentage of carbon is equals to weight of the carbon in the given organic compound. What is the weight? 48 by total weight 92.5 into 100. That is the percentage of carbon. You will get the percentage of carbon by solving this one. Approximately you get the 50%. Very, very, very easy question. They involve the organic chemistry and stoichiometry. Both topics they involved in this question. It's a basic question. You can easily solve it. Okay, right? Yeah, rate of reaction of nucleophilic substitution in polar protic solvent. This is the hint they given in the question. It is polar protic solvent, which means this one undergoes through what mechanism? SN1 mechanism. In the SN1 mechanism, Na factor that stabilizes the stability of carbocation that favors the SN1 mechanism. In such cases, rate of reaction is more. Right, here I have the OH. First you go through the living group. Here living group is same. Living group is same. We can't compare the rate of reaction with the help of living group. Then in which case the carbocation is stabilized? That case you have to select. Here I have the OH. What is the nature of OH? It is the plus M group. Yes, favorable. And minus I group. As OH group present at para position, plus M is operative, minus I is inactive. NH2 plus M minus I. Plus M is operative as it present at ortho position, minus E is inactive. NO2 minus M minus I. S minus M is operative, minus I is inactive. And NO2 here present at meta position, here it shows the only minus I effect. Right? Clear? Right? Plus M groups increases the stability of carbocation. Why? Because in this case, as mechanism followed through carbocation mechanism, SN1 mechanism, here we get the carbocation, electron deficient species, it is stabilized by the electron donating groups. Here we have the two electron donating groups, one is OH, one is NH2. NH2 is the better electron donating group as En is less. En is less, better electron groups. Among OH, NH2, NH2 is the better electronic withdrawing group and stabilizes the carbocation more strongly, than rate of reaction in the B case is more. After that, A case. After that, C minus I effect is less. What is the order we have? Right? Resonance greater than hyperconjugation greater than inductive effect, right? RHA, right? This effect, these are actually destabilizes the stability of carbocation. Between these two, this destabilizes more effectively than this one. Then B greater than A rate of reaction we can take. B greater than A greater than D greater than C. Okay, right? Right, that's it about now. Whatever questions we received from the students, I discussed now Vivek sir will continue the math topic, right? Thank you so much.
Yeah, hello student. Myself Vivek Kumar, senior maths faculty at Resonance Hyderabad. So now we are going to discuss mathematics sum, which is memory based. So we can see what the pattern of the question. Maybe the question are the lengthy or the question are the easy question. All we are going to be discussing in detail. So what we observe from the first session, with respect to the last year, we can observe question is not much lengthy is there, but we can say moderate to the difficult. And almost just like a vector 3D question came. Apart from the matrices also question is there. So whatever we are expecting from the same to same question, almost it is there. So no surprising question from that. In the second shift we observe one of the question came directly from the resonance seat only. So those questions also we are going to be discussed. Apart from that, question came from the vector. Question came from the vector. Yeah, first question from the vector only. So we can see how we can solve this sum. Yeah. So in this sum, angle between P and Q is equal to theta and cos theta is equal to 1 by root 3 are given. So angle between that one, the vector 3, so can we take like that? P, R and Q. So cos theta means this angle only. So we can write P plus R is equal to Q. R is equal to also we can write Q minus P. we have to be given the cos theta angle. So we can use here the cosine formula. So according to that, cos theta is equal to modulus of P square, modulus of Q square minus modulus of R square divided by 2 modulus of P and modulus of Q. By the way, modulus of P and Q value are given and the cos theta is also given. So directly you can put those values. So we can keeping here the value 1 by root 3. What is the P value is there? 2 root 3. So 2 root 3 whole square and the Q value is equal to 2. So 2 whole square minus R square divided by 2 into 2 into 2 root 3. Just you can simplify this one. So we can get here R value is equal to 8 we can get from here. Now what we can do, you can see this value we have to be find. Already the R value we got here. So you can change the R. How we can change the R? P cross Q minus 3 and R is equal to, from here we can write Q minus P. This one whole square, modulus whole square is there, minus 3 R whole square. P cross Q minus 3Q. So can we write the minus 2Q minus 2Q and this one is equal to, it will come plus 3P. This is equal to, we can write minus 2 P cross Q, and by the way P cross P is equal to 0, so no need to be right, minus 3R whole square. Now this value is equal to 2 P Q and this is the whole square, and we can write the sine theta. This is over whole square is equal to. Now you know the R value, you know the P value, you know the Q value, and also you know the sine theta, because the cos theta is given. So sine theta is equal to, it will come 2 by root 3, because cos theta is equal to 1 by root 3 are given. Now this value, all the value you can put here, you can get the answer. Our answer is 104. So this question we can say the easy and not at all lengthy question is there. This question belongs to the vector chapter. If the subtopic, so we can say this comes from the cross product. Now we can go for the next sum. Yeah, next sum is there from parabola. From the conic section parabola, focal chord of the parabola. First of all, you can draw the diagram. They are saying about this is the focal chord, means must be passing through the focus only. So from here focus is equal to 4, 0. This is 16, 16. If the parametric form we can write here, so parametric form we can write here AT square, 280. From here we can see A value is equal to 4. So this becomes 4t square. From here we can try to find the t value. So 4t square equate with the 16. So t value is equal to, we can get the 2. This is the focal chord is there. So all of you know relation t1, t2 is equal to -1. So in this way, this coordinate is equal to A by t square. A means 4 by t square, again the 4 only. This one 2A, so A is equal to 4 minus 1 by t. So minus 1 by 2 only. So this and this is going to be cancelled, this and this. So 1 comma minus 4. So we can get the focal chord of the other extremities value is equal to 1 comma minus 4. Next now we can read alpha comma beta, divide the focal chord internally 5:2 ratio. So it is there 5:2 ratio. And that coordinate will be alpha beta. We have to find the alpha beta value. Simply we can use the section formula here. So alpha is equal to 5 into 1 plus 2 into 16 by 5 plus 2, 7. So 5 plus 32 by 7. And similar way, beta value is equal to, we can take 16 into 2 minus, because this is the minus 4 is there, 5 into 4 by 7. So alpha, by the way, they are asking about the minimum value, but memory based question is there. We are getting here the fixed value. Alpha, beta, both we can go to add, then we can get here 22, our answer. Yes. Next sum. Oh, this question, damn easy question only. I think this type of question, obviously it will take the hardly, you can say 10 to 15 seconds only. We have to find the exponent of the 7. Exponent of the 7. So exponent of 7 is equal to, we can write here 101 by 7 plus 101 by 7 whole square plus 101 by 7 cube. Obviously the 7 cube value are very bigger than the 101, so this value is equal to 0 will come. 101 by 49, so that value of the greater integer is equal to 2. Here you can divide it by the 7 to 101, so what the value will come here, 1. And the 31 is there, so 4 point something, so 14 point something, greater integer is equal to 14 only, so value is equal to 14 plus 2, 16. So obviously 7 to the power 16. So our first option become the correct. So that question are the very, very, very easy. And this question belongs to, you can say, the permutation from the divisor concept. If you are the resonance student, you can easily see this question already came in our the GTM examination. And already this is in the P by P sum also. Only the things are there. Here they ask about f-5. Most of the time question they ask is the f of 3, f of 1, like that term. Method are the same as it is only. You can differentiate this one. So f-x is equal to 3x square 2x f-1 plus 2 f-2. Obviously the last term is equal to be constant, so that differentiation is equal to 0. One more time we can differentiate f-x, so we can get here the 6x plus 2 f-1. One more time differentiation of this one, f triple dash x is equal to 6, means f dash triple dash 3 is equal to 6 only. Here any value we can keep, the value is going to become a 6 only. Now f dash 3 is equal to, we can get the 6. Here you can keep the value first, here in this position. So what we can give the here the value, you can check here, f double dash 2 is there. So f in place of x we can put the 2. So in this one keep x is equal to be 2. If x equal to be 2, so f double dash 2 is equal to 12 plus 2 f dash 1 we can get. They are asking about the f dash 5 value only. So now this value we can keep here, in this place we can keep, in this place we are going to be keep this value. we are going to be keep in this place this value, then f dash, and by the way here f dash 1 is there, so better in place of x1 you can put, and then you can put this value there. So f dash 1 is equal to, it will come 3 f dash 1, but the 2 is there, na? So obviously multiply with the 2 plus 2f dash 2. So now you can put this value. If you can put this value, so this will become the 24 plus 4 f dash 1. Now from here you can send on this side, so minus 5 f dash 1, 4 plus 2 6 here, and here 1 is there, so minus 5 f dash 1 is equal to 27. So f dash 1 is equal to, we can get here minus 27 by 5 only here. Now we can get the value of f dash 1 and f dash 2 value you can keep here. So f double dash 2 is equal to 12 plus 2 into minus 27 by 5. So 12, 54 by 5 means 60 minus 54 by 5 is equal to 6 by 5. So f double dash 2 is equal to, we can get here 6 by 5. Now from here we can check. We have to be find the value of f dash 5 from here. In this one you can keep the value f dash 5. So f dash 5 is equal to 5, you can keep here, 25 into 3 75 plus 2 into 5, f dash 1 is equal to minus 27 by 5, this and this cancel, plus 2 into f dash 2 is equal to 6 by 5. Now you can calculate easily, you can get the our first option 117 by 5. Yeah, so this question is also the easy question, and already previous year this question came into the mains examination as well as our resonance test series in the GTM paper also it was there. Come to the next sum. This question again from the conic section, ellipse chapter. Easy sum. Either you know the tangent formula of the ellipse, so you can write the tangent formula, you can equate with this line and then you can find the alpha value. Yeah, otherwise what you can do here, 3x square plus 4, y is there, y value you can find from here. So what is the y value will come from here? Alpha x minus 4, send on that side, divided by minus 2, and this is the whole square. This is the whole square is equal to be 1. Now it will come the quadratic equation in terms of the x. This is the tangent, so obviously it is going to be touched at the 1 point only. So we can take the discriminant is equal to be 0, and then easily we can find the alpha value. So 3x square 4 alpha square x square plus 16 minus 8 alpha x divided by 4 is equal to 1. This 4 cancel. Now you can take the x square common, so 3 plus alpha square x square minus 8 alpha x plus 16, that is equal to 1. So we can is equal to be 0. We have to be find that discriminant is equal to be 0. So how we can take care? Discriminant is equal to 0 because we know they are asking about the tangent. Touch only to the 1 point, so only the 1x value will come. That means d is equal to be 0. 8 alpha whole square and b square minus 4ac 4 into 15, 3 plus alpha square is equal to be 0. If we can calculate this one, we can get alpha square is equal to 45. So alpha is equal to, we can get plus minus 3 root 5. That means our first option is correct. So this sum also we can take at a easy sum only. Both the method we can solve. If you remember the tangent formula, so you can go by the tangent formula. Yeah, otherwise simply no need to remember any formula. You can solve this way. Yeah. Oh, another question also came from the parabola only. Means the conic section part. So what we observe till now, we can get from the conic section 3 questions. Draw the diagram of the parabola. O be the vertex of the parabola. So here you can take the O. Y square is equal to 16x. The centroid of the OPA. P lies on the here and A lies on the x-axis. A coordinate is this one. This angle is equal to given 90 degree. We have to find the locus of the centroid of this one. So first of all, we can find all the coordinate. So we can take here the parametric form of this one, means the 80a square comma 280, a value is equal to 4. So 4ta square 2a means the 8t. Vertex 0 comma 0. Obviously on the x-axis, so y coordinate is equal to be 0. Now we can find this x value. So coordinate of the x at the point of A. So how we can find the easy way? This angle is equal to 90 given. That means the slope of the OP into slope of PA is equal to minus 1. So slope of the OP is equal to 8t minus 0, because here 0 is there, divided by 4ta square minus 0 into, now this one you can see. So this one slope is equal to again 80 minus 0 divided by 4ta square minus x is equal to 0. Not a 0, perpendicular. So that's why the slope is equal to, product of the slope is equal to minus 1. Here you can see this t gone, this also gone. This value is equal to 2. So 8 into 2, 16 minus 4ta square, multiply with the minus sign, plus x. So x value is equal to 4ta square plus 16. So we can get here this coordinate is equal to 4ta square plus 16 comma 0. Now they are asking about the locus of the centroid. As we know, the locus of the centroid is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. So similar way, we can take the locus is equal to h comma k. H comma k we can take. So 4ta square, x coordinate I am taking here. By the way, this is a 0 only, divided by 4ta square plus 16 divided by 3 is equal to h. Now for the y coordinate we can take here 8t, because here 0, so 8t by 3 is equal to k. So what we can get here, the t value is equal to 3k by 8. Now here you can see 4 and 4, 8 t square plus 16 is equal to 3h. Now this value we can put here in place of t. So 8, 9k square by 64 plus 16 is equal to 3h. This and this cancel, so become 8. Now in place of k and h, generalized term, so we can keep here the y and x, means 9 y square by 8 plus 16 is equal to 3x. So now we can get the how we can do 9y square is equal to 3x minus 16, and you can multiply 8 here. So 9y square is 8, 3x minus 16. So our the second option is the correct. So whatever the question we got till now, we solved. Now our Raghvendra sir will come to discuss with you physics sum. So yeah, sir. Yeah, now Raghvendra sir will come. He is going to discuss with you physics sum. Yeah, sir, come sir.
Good evening, myself Raghavendra, Senior Faculty of Physics in Resonance. I am going to discuss some of the questions whatever they have asked in second session of IIT Mains. In front of you, now first question is there. The total length of potentiometer wire AB is 50 centimeter in the arrangement. This one is a potentiometer wire, they say you. You just check. This is the wire AB. And now this part you keep here. This is 6 ohm. This one is 4 ohm. And here you have a galvanometer. And this battery is there. This battery is connected between A and B. So I can write it, I can redraw it like this, right? So it is not a potentiometer question, it is just meter bridge. If I will take this as P, this as Q, this as R, this as S. If A, I have taken this value, they have given you this point as P, okay. So let us take this as P naught. If this length is L, this length they have given you 50 centimeter. So this will become 50 minus L. Let us suppose resistance per unit length of this wire is rho, it will be L rho, it will become 50 minus L into rho. Now, for balancing Wheatstone bridge circuit condition, if galvanometer does not show you any deflection, you already know P by Q must be equal to R by S. Now, P not here because P symbol they have used for AP. So, this will be equal to L rho by 50 minus L into rho, and here R is 6 ohm and this is 4 ohm. Now, rho is cancelled. This will become 3 by 2 or 2L equal to 3 you are multiplying. It is 150 minus 3L. How much it will become? Or 5L equal to 150. L will become 150 by 5. It will become 30 centimeter. They are asking you the length AP in centimeter is it is 30, so your answer will be 3. So when they say the length of potentiometer wire, actually, if you see the figure, it looks like potentiometer, but basically it is a meter bridge problem. Simple, you have taken Wheatstone bridge circuit condition when galvanometer has null deflection, P by Q equal to R by S. Answer is 30 centimeter. Now, let us move to next question. The RMS speed of oxygen molecules at 47 degrees centigrade is equal to, means temperature for oxygen, they have given you 47 degrees centigrade. You must take in Kelvin. So this will be 47 plus 273. 10, 2, 3, it will become 320 Kelvin. Now, they say you RMS speed of oxygen molecule at 47 degrees centigrade is equal to that of hydrogen molecule. If you take Vrms, this is equal to under root 3RT by M. You know, famous formula for Vrms. Vrms equal. It means this quantity is same. 3 is a number. Your R is also constant, molar gas constant. So what you are getting? You are getting root T by M constant. It means that your T by M, this is constant. It means T is proportional to M. They are asking you that of hydrogen molecules kept at temperature for hydrogen, they are asking you. So what I will do, we will take T hydrogen by T oxygen will be M hydrogen and M oxygen. T hydrogen, T oxygen already you have 320 Kelvin. So it is 320. This is 2 and this is 32. Already you know. So it is 1 by 16. So temperature for hydrogen, it will become 320 by 16. It will be 20 Kelvin. Now, they have given you temperature in degrees centigrade. In degrees centigrade, T hydrogen will become 20 minus 273. Okay, this will become degree centigrade. This will be equal to 253 degree centigrade minus. So minus 253 degrees centigrade will be the answer. Means RMS speed of oxygen molecule at 47 degrees centigrade will be equal to RMS speed of hydrogen molecule when it will be at minus 253 degree centigrade. So answer will be number 2. Now let us move to next question. You have kinetic energy of simple harmonic oscillator with angular frequency of 176 radian per second. So first you will have to know potential energy, kinetic energy, total energy in simple harmonic motion. You know that potential energy is half m omega squared a squared sin squared omega t. Kinetic energy, because this question is related to kinetic energy, so I will go for kinetic energy. This is half m omega squared a squared cos squared omega t. Right? You know cos 2 theta equal to cos squared theta minus sin squared theta. This will be equal to cos squared theta minus 1 minus cos square theta. This is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1. So 2 cos square theta is 1 plus cos 2 theta. So cos square theta is 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Right? Here you have theta, here it is omega t. Replace theta from omega t here, you are getting half m omega squared a squared 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Right? So what you have? Half m omega squared a squared 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. So this will be equal to 1 by 4. You have 1 by 2 is there, so I have made it 1 by 4 m omega squared a squared plus 1 by 4 m omega squared a squared cos 2 theta. So cos 2 omega t. This is a constant. This is also a constant. The angular frequency with which kinetic energy oscillates is 2 omega. So frequency is 2f. So your 2f they have given you, angular frequency they have given you 176. 2 omega is 176 radian per second. So omega will become 176 by 2. It will become 88 radian per second. So your answer will be number 4, 88. It means that angular frequency of simple harmonic motion is 88 radian per second. Kinetic energy or even potential energy you will be taking, it will be oscillating with angular frequency 2 omega if your particle is executing SHM with angular frequency omega. So for this particular question, the frequency of simple harmonic oscillator is 88 radian per second. I hope you understood. Very simple question. Now let us move to next question. For the given circuit, find the change. Okay. Before this, one more question you have. Two spheres having equal mass m, charge q, radius r are moving towards each other. They have shown you in the figure. At a particular instant, it has velocity u, it has velocity u, and separation between them is 4r. It is directly principle of conservation of energy. But only one question will be there, because they have given you mass. Right now, if I am taking kinetic energy, no problem. Kinetic energy is half mu squared, we know. But what about potential energy? One will be electrostatic potential energy and other will be gravitational potential energy. When you see the alternates, whatever they have given, capital G is nowhere. Only 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is there. It means that we are not considering gravitational potential energy. We will take electrostatic potential energy and kinetic energy. And undoubtedly, the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught when you take 9, 10 to the power 9, and capital G if you are taking, it will be 6.67, 10 to the power minus 11. Very, very small quantity it is. So gravitational potential energy we are neglecting while solving this problem. Clear? So now I am taking total energy initial. So you will take first kinetic energy. Kinetic energy of this will be half m u square. Now, kinetic energy of this sphere, this will be again half m u squared plus. Now you are taking electrostatic potential energy. Formula is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R. So this will become 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Sharp, they have given you Q. Q into Q is Q squared. Separation is 4R. So this will be equal to mu squared plus Q squared by 16 pi epsilon naught R. This is initial energy, total initial energy. After that, what they say you, at the instant between their centers is 4R, minimum value of U, so that they touch each other. When they will be touching, when spheres will simply touch, if these two spheres will touch, kinetic energy will be 0. You will have to consider only electrostatic potential energy. So if two spheres are touching, one is sphere and this is second sphere, these two will touch. Separation will be how much? 2R, right? So what will be your total energy final? Kinetic energy is 0. You are considering only electrostatic potential energy. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q into Q is Q squared. Separation between the centers of the two spheres is 2R. So I have taken here 2R. This will become Q squared by 8 pi epsilon naught R. Now, you are using principle of conservation of energy. Total energy initial, you have to equate to total energy final. It means mu squared plus Q squared by 16 pi epsilon naught R, Q squared by 8 pi epsilon naught R. Now, we are going for mu squared because they are asking you the value of U. So you will have from this mu squared equal to, check, it is 1 by 8 minus 1 by 16. 1 by 8 minus 1 by 16 is 1 by 16. 1 minus half is half. So it will become Q squared by 16 pi epsilon naught R. They are asking you the value of U. So from this, U squared, Q squared by 16 pi epsilon naught mR. Okay, no. So you will have U under root Q squared by 16 pi epsilon naught mR. Check. Answer will be number 2 under root Q squared by 16 pi epsilon naught mR. And our guessing in the beginning was correct. They have not considered gravitational potential energy because masses they have given, separation is there, guaranteed there will be gravitational potential energy. But in this particular problem, we have completely neglected that part. You'll have to keep that in mind. Now, let us move to next question. Now you have a given circuit. Find this should be charged on the capacitor in a steady state. Here you have junction diode. You have to know a junction diode will be working only when it is forward biased. A junction diode will not allow current to flow if it will be reverse biased. And in forward biasing, your P must be connected to positive terminal of the battery. Right now, if you check here, this is positive terminal, and if I see this, it is connected to N. Right now, so it is forward biased and it is reverse biased, means current will not flow through this arm. Okay, so what will happen? Here there is capacitor. It will not allow current to flow. Your basic circuit, how it will be, this converts into this. You see this, here you have this, and with this you have here 3 ohm, here you have 1 ohm, this is 2.5 volt, and then afterwards here there is capacitor, even though current does not flow, but PD will be there. So how much charge capacitor will have? For that you must know how much PD is in between these 2 points. Clear to you? For that current you will have to know. So current will be how much? Current is flowing only like this, because forward bias junction diode is this. So how much current we will have? Current is 2.5 by total resistance is 3 plus 1. Through this capacitor is there, current will not flow. So 2.5 by 4 ampere, this much current flows. Right. Now we want PD between these two. So when you will take PD between these two, how much you are getting? You will have 2.5 volt, and here it is 1. So 2.5 minus 2.5 by 4 into 1. This is, if this point I mark as A and this B, then your VAB will become 4 into 2.5 is 10. 10 minus 2.5 is 7.5. So this will become 7.5 by 4 volt. Right. Now capacitance value they have given you 5 microfarad. You want to find charge. Okay, no. So everywhere it should be coulomb, microcoulomb. No need to change, because it is microfarad. Let it be in micro only, because your answer will also come in microcoulomb. So now charge will become PD across capacitor into capacitance value. So 7.5 by 4 into 5. This much microcoulomb. But to get the answers here, what you do, multiply by 2 and divide by 2. How much you got? 10. 7.5 into 10, this is 75 by 8. You will have microcoulomb. Your answer will become 75 by 8 microcoulomb. Clear to you? Understood? Simple problem. Only you'll have to know forward biasing, reverse biasing for a junction diode and a capacitor. Only in the beginning, when capacitor will be charged, current flows. Afterwards, in a steady state, current will not flow through capacitor. But capacitor will be completely charged, so they can ask you how much charge is stored. A resistor, a child will ask, so what about this resistor? This resistor is useless unless current does not flow. Okay, any resistor will have utility when current will flow through that, and no. So here, I think that all of you understood clearly. I have used reverse and forward biasing. Only I have considered that junction diode through which current was flowing, which one was forward biased. PD across capacitor I got, and then charge equal to V into C. I hope you understood it clearly. Now my other colleague will come to explain the other questions. Thank you.
Hello students, this is Venkateshwara Sangha, Senior Chemistry Faculty, Resonance Group. Yeah, today's chemistry paper is in session in shift 2. It is also so good. It's interesting. Concept based questions are there. Always any JEE session, concepts are important. It is again proved in this paper. Many questions are given in the moderate level or easy level only. Only concept is the matter always in any topic. All the concepts are important. Don't focus much on question answers. Focus much on concepts. Now, first of all, first question in chemistry, this one. Some species are given below. How many species has magnetic momentum less than 3 Bohr magneton? So magnetic momentum formula, spin-only magnetic momentum, mu s is root over n into n plus 2 Bohr magneton, where n is number of unpaired electrons. Yes. Now take each species. Nickel plus 2. Nickel atomic number 28. Nickel plus 2. Ion 2 electrons lost. Nickel configuration 4s2 3d8. Nickel plus 2 3d8. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So number of unpaired electrons 2. So mu value is spin-only magnetic momentum root over n into n plus 2 root 8. 2 root 2 is 2.82 Bohr magneton, which is less than 3. So this is one of the correct one. Next, second one is iron plus 2. Iron plus 2 ion. Iron atomic number 26. So 4s2 3d6. Iron plus 2 will be 3d6. So here 6 electrons present. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So n value is 4. So mu value will be greater than 4. Root over 4 into 4 plus 2. Root 24. So nearly 4.8 Bohr magneton. So less than 3 they asked, so it is not. Next, cobalt plus 2. Cobalt atomic number, scandium, titanium, vanadium, yes, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, 27. So 4s2 3d7. Cobalt plus 2 is 3d7. So then configuration will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So n value 3. So mu s will be greater than 3. So 3.8 Bohr magneton. So it is also not. Next to vanadium plus 3. Scandium, titanium, vanadium. Vanadium atomic number 23. So vanadium plus 3 means loss of 3 electrons. Vanadium electronic configuration 4s2 3d3. Vanadium plus 3 means 3d2 electronic configuration. So n value 2. So mu value is less than 3. 2.8 Bohr magneton. Right? So this is also less than 3. Last one is titanium plus 2. So titanium plus 2, scandium, titanium. Titanium atomic number 22. So then configuration is 3d2, same like this. So it is also. So what they asked, how many? A, D, E. So answer is 3. This is from D block elements, magnetic momentum concept, right? Next. If you go to next question, what will be the ratio of wavelength of third line at Paschen series to the second line of Balmer series in hydrogen atom? This is from atomic structure. Structure of atom, atomic structure. And it is hydrogen spectrum concept. They asked about wavelength. So wavelength formula 1 by lambda equal to RH into Z square into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. N1 is lower orbit, N2 higher orbit. Red bar constant RH, Z is atomic number. Here hydrogen atom given. So Z value is 1. The question is ratio of wavelength of Paschen series to the Lyman series. Paschen series and Balmer series. First of all, what is the third line in the Paschen series? What is the second line in Balmer series? If you take Balmer series, N1 value is Lyman, N1 is 1, Balmer, N1 is 2, N2 value is 3, 4, 5, so on. Next to second line in the Balmer series. This is second line. Next to Paschen series. N1 value Lyman, Balmer, Paschen. Paschen series N1 value is 3, N2 value is from 4, 5, 6, so on. They asked third line in the Paschen series. Third line means this one will be the third line. So the question is wavelength ratio of Paschen to Balmer. They asked 1 by lambda of Balmer by 1 by lambda of Paschen taken. So Balmer series RH into Z square, 1 square hydrogen atom, N1 square. Balmer series N1 is 1 by 2 square minus 1 by 3 square divided by Paschen series RH into Z value 1 into 1 by N1 square. In the Paschen, it is 3 square minus 1 by 6 square. Upon solving, lambda Paschen by lambda Balmer will be, this gets cancelled. Yes, it is 9 minus 4 divided by 2 2s are 4, 3 3s are 9, 36 divided by 6 6 are 36 minus 3 3s are 9 divided by 9 into 36. Upon solving, 9 by 4. So option number 1. This is not tough question, only formula based one. We need to revise the formulas. Remaining session students also need to revise formulas much. Next one. Next question is K2Cr2O7 heated with KCl in the presence of acid H2SO4. The correct match of their product including their oxygen state. This is also from D block elements. Chemical properties of dichromate. Many times this model question given in the examination, this concept. K2Cr2O7 with KCl in the presence of H2SO4, it produces CrO2Cl2, orange vapors, right? So here oxygen state CrO2Cl2, so it is ruled out, it is eliminated, it is also eliminated. Next, oxygen state of chromium in CrO2Cl2, chromium X, 2 oxygens, -2, 2 chlorines -1 equal to neutral molecule 0. So X equal to +6. So product is CrO2 Cl2. Oxygen state of central atom is +6. Option number 1. This is one of the easiest question in the whole paper. Next, next, osmotic pressure of a solution is 12 atmosphere. What is the concentration of NaCl solution which is isotonic to the given solution at 900 Kelvin? This is from solutions chapter, colligative properties topic, osmotic pressure exclusively. The question is isotonic means osmotic pressures are same. Isotonic means pi 1 equal to pi 2, right? So what is the pressure given? Pressure given as 12 atmosphere. Pi equal to, generally we are writing only CRT. Don't forget I factor. I factor plays most important role in the colligative properties. Every colligative property, don't forget I is the most important thing. Here we will see RLVP is equal to I into concentration. RLVP is P naught minus PS by P naught is directly proportional to I into number of moles of solute is nothing but concentration. Next to delta TB is also proportional to I into concentration. Delta TF also proportional to I into concentration. Pi is also proportional to I into concentration. Next to TBS, boiling point of solution, also proportional to I into concentration, but TF naught inversely proportional to I into concentration. PS also inversely proportional to I into concentration. Generally, we will forget I sometimes. Sometimes we will forget concentration or N solute. Don't forget that. Not only I into concentration. So these are all proportional. These two are inversely proportional. Okay. Pi equal to I into CRT. Pi is 12 atmosphere given. I value for NaCl. Na plus Cl minus. NaCl dissociates into Na plus ion, Cl minus ion. So I factor is 2. One molecule giving 2 particles. So I value 2. 2 into concentration into R value. So 0.082 into temperature is in Kelvin scale, already given Kelvin only. 900 Kelvin, concentration equal to 12 divided by 2 into 0.0821 into 900. Upon solving, we are getting 0.0243 molar. It is concentration, moles per liter. Units also most important in these questions. Okay, here it is in atmosphere. R value given liter atmosphere per mole Kelvin. This is a typing error. Liter atmosphere, it should be liter. Liter atmosphere per mole Kelvin. So it should be molarity. C should be moles per liter. T should be in the Kelvin. So option number 1. Okay. This is also one of the important model. Next. Find out correct graph. Here data given is EMF versus temperature. So this is from electrochemistry topic, Nernst equation subtopic, right? So what is the formula? EMF and temperature relation. EMF of cell equal to E naught of cell minus RT by NF into ln Q to the base V. If you modify EMF of cell equal to minus r by nf into ln q to the base e into t plus E naught of cell. It is in the form of y equal to minus mx plus c. On this y-axis, EMF of cell, on the x-axis, temperature. Because question is given, EMF versus temperature. This is in the form of y equal to minus mx plus c. Negative slope and positive y-intercept, right? So here, where is negative slope? It is ruled out. It is also ruled out. It is the positive slope. It is the negative slope. This is graph for y equal to mx plus c. This is graph for y equal to minus mx plus c. So this will be the option for the given question. This is direct question from NCERT level. Basic question. EMF formula, Nernst equation. This is the Nernst equation. Next, for first order kinetics reaction, this is from chemical kinetics, first order n equal to 1. Then A gives B plus C. If initial pressure of A is 1 bar, at time 100 seconds, the total pressure becomes 1.5 bar in terms of pressure. This type questions given in the JEE earlier. Pressure based, concentration based, pressure based. Concept is same. Very important concept, this one. A gives B plus C. Go through regular concept. It is P naught at time 0. Pressure is P naught. Product is 0. Because initially only reactants present, right? As time proceeds, after time t, P naught minus 1 mole, 1x. It is also 1 mole, 1x. It is also 1 mole, 1x. At time 0, pressure is P naught is given as 1 bar is given, right? So 1 bar. Next to at time t, PT. Remember, it is not a total pressure. This is the pressure at time t. Is not the total pressure at time t. P0 is pressure at time 0. Pt is the pressure at time t. P infinite will be the pressure at infinite time, not total. At time 0, at time t, next at time infinity. So pressure at time t is equal to sum of all these, P naught minus x plus x and plus x. These two gets cancelled. So at a time t, pressure is given as 1.5 bar equal to P naught is 1 plus x equal to 0.5, right? X is 0.5. Now rate constant to be calculated. What is the formula for rate constant? For first order kinetics, K equal to 2.303 by T into log over initial pressure at time 0 by pressure at time t, P naught by P naught minus x equal to 2.303 by time is given as 100 seconds into log over P naught is initial pressure 1, P naught minus x. P naught is 1, x is 0.5, so it is 0.5. So equal to, it is log 1 by 0.5 means log 2 value 0.3010 upon multiplication 0.693 by 100. So equal to 0.00693 second inverse. Why second inverse? It is in seconds, so goes to numerator, it will be second inverse. This is also moderate question. So kinetics 0 and first order only present in the JEE Main syllabus. So focus much on this. Next question. Find concentration of X minus 2 at equilibrium in 0.1 molar H2X. Diprotic acid given, Ka1 value, Ka2 value given. They asked about concentration of X minus 2. This is from ionic equilibrium. Every time they are giving questions based on dissociation constants. Ka1 dissociation constant for first one, this is for second one. Now if you take H2X, it dissociates first step H plus HX minus. If 1 mole is taken, 1, 0, 0. After some time, dissociation is alpha 1. It is alpha 1. It is also alpha 1. If concentration is C, so it will be C into 1 minus alpha 1, C alpha 1, C alpha 1. Yes, its dissociation constant is Ka1. Next, second step, Hx minus dissociation H plus X minus, right, is Ka2. Here it is 1, 0, 0, only Hx minus present, but here already Hx minus is C alpha 1. So it will be 1 minus alpha 2, it will be alpha 2, it will be alpha 2, right? Generally, only this is present. But here already it is C alpha 1. So C alpha 1, it is C alpha 1 into 1 minus alpha 2, C alpha 1 alpha 2, C alpha 1 alpha 2. Here interesting thing is miscellaneous question. This is common ion present here and here. So H plus will be here C alpha 1 plus C alpha 1 alpha 2. Here C alpha 1 alpha 2 plus C alpha 1. Okay. Now if you take Ka2, Ka2 will be equal to concentration of products divided by concentration of reactants. So product is C alpha 1 alpha 2 plus C alpha 1 into, this is C alpha 1 alpha 2 divided by C alpha 1 into 1 minus alpha 2. Alpha 1 alpha 2, see this Ka1 and Ka2 values are very less, alpha 1 alpha 2 almost negligible. So it is equals to, upon simplification, it is almost equal to C alpha 1 alpha 2 only. It is nothing but concentration of X minus 2. Sorry, here X minus, so it will become X minus 2 ion. So concentration of X minus 2 ion. So Ka2 value only, concentration of X minus 2, right? So here Ka2 value is 1 into 10 power minus 13. So this will be the answer for this question. Little lengthy calculation maybe. Yes, is miscellaneous concept, common ion effect also included, right? Yeah, okay students. Next, maths teacher will continue. Vijay sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, hello dear student. Now we discuss the mathematics portion, and by the way, those all who are going to write the exam in the upcoming days, best of luck to you. And if you compare the shift, it means evening from the morning one, then it is little bit easier than the morning. But there is one thing is common in maths paper, either today in morning or evening, and last year also, that it always be lengthier. Questions might be you will feel easy, but you need to maintain your speed because they are taking time. Okay. Okay, so here we start. Now this is the first question.
let the line L passing through the point minus 3, 5, 2 and make the equal angle with the positive coordinate axis. It means alpha equal to beta equal to gamma, then A equal to B equal to C. So direction ratios you can take 1, 1, 1 for the line. Point they give, direction ratio we got because angles they give. So we got the line. If the distance of L from the point minus 2 R, 1 is root 14 by 3, then the sum of all possible value of R. Okay, we start this question. Okay, so first thing, line I am writing as the point they give minus 3, 5, 2 and they give that angles with the coordinate axis are equal. So A equal to B equal to C because alpha equal to beta equal to gamma. So I am writing the equation x minus point, that is plus 3 equal to y minus y1 and z minus 2 by, now as angles are equal, so alpha equal to beta equal to gamma, A equal to B equal to C because A, B, C are proportional to direction cosines. Okay, now they give one point, that point is minus 2 comma R comma 1. This is the question from vector 3D from the topic of straight line. They give this perpendicular distance that is equal to root 14 by 3. Distance always be perpendicular. Okay, so first, same as general question, this is a standard problem which is normal, which you should get. There is only one thing that here they give some unknown in point also. That is only one thing different because they give the distance. So first I assume the central point P equal to lambda. So lambda minus 3 x coordinate, y equal to lambda plus 5 and z coordinate is lambda plus 2. Now I can write the direction ratios of this line. X2 minus x1, that is lambda minus 1, y2 minus y1, lambda minus r plus 5 and z2 minus z1, that is lambda plus 1. Okay, these are the direction ratio of this line. As we can see, these both are perpendicular. So a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 0. 1 into lambda minus 1, lambda minus 1. Then 1 into lambda minus r plus 5. So lambda minus r plus 5 plus 1 into lambda plus 1, lambda plus 1 equal to 0 because both are perpendicular. If we simplify, we are getting 3 lambda minus r, thus minus 1 plus 1 cancel, what we are remaining 5 equal to 0. This is the one relation between the lambda and r. For the other relation, they give that this distance is equal to root 14 by 3. Suppose this is the point A, as they give AP is equal to root 14 by 3. I am going to use the distance formula. X1 minus X2 will be this much only, Y1 minus Y2 will be this one only. It means these are only X1 minus X2, Y1 minus Y2 and Z1 minus Z2. If we take the square, so lambda minus 1 whole square plus lambda minus r plus 5 whole square and plus lambda plus 1 whole square, that is a square of this one 14 by 3. I just use distance formula. Okay, acha, by the way, for simplification, minus r plus 5 can be written as minus 3 lambda, or just simply lambda minus r plus 5 can be written as minus 2 lambda. So this total value is minus 2 lambda. If you take the square, lambda square, 4 lambda square, 6 lambda square. Okay, minus 2 lambda plus 2 lambda cancel, plus 1 and 1 2, that is equal to 14 by 3. Then from here 6 lambda square equal to 14 by 3 minus 2, that is equal to 8 by 3. Then lambda square is equal to 8 by 3 by 6, 4 by 9. Then lambda equal to plus minus 2 by 3. Okay, now they are asking sum of all possible value of r, and r is from here, r is equal to 3 lambda plus 5, and from here you are getting 3 lambda is equal to plus minus 2. So we need all possible value of this one. First I am putting it is equal to 2, so one value is 2 plus 5 and other is 3 lambda value is minus 2 plus 5. So we are getting 7 comma 3, sum we can get, that is equal to 10. Okay, this you can say that but this was the lengthy, there is no doubt in this. Then next question is coming from the chapter binomial theorem. By the way, question is easy if you write, and it will not take time also if you write this one in general term form. Okay, so let me write. If the product of these factors is equal to alpha power 30 divided by this one, then value of 30 alpha. Okay, not a problem. So I am writing this complete sum into sequence. Okay, so general term if we write, then what we are getting, general term I am writing pi r is equal to 0 to, first if I write 1 by 15c0, 15c1, 15c1, 15c2, so can I write 15cr plus 1 by 15cr plus 1 in general. Okay, now next one, if we take the LCM, r initial value is 0 and finally r is equal to 12. So r equal to 0 to 12. We take the LCM, 15cr, 15cr plus 1. If I take the LCM, what we are getting here? 15cr, I am simplifying here only, and 15cr plus 1. In numerator, you will get sum of these two. It means 15cr plus 1 and plus 15cr. Okay. Now this is a formula, NCR plus NCR plus 1, that is equal to N plus 1 CR plus 1, NCR plus NCR minus 1, okay, N plus 1 CR. So numerator is 16CR plus 1, denominator 15CR and 15CR plus 1. Further, if we use the formula of NCR, this can be written as 16 by R plus 1 into 15CR. And this 15CR can cancel out. Okay. So similarly, till here what we got? 16 by R plus 1. Okay. In denominator we have 15CR plus 1. So I am going to write this one as 15 by R plus 1, 14CR. Again I use the formula so that this R plus 1 got cancelled out. And finally you are getting 16 by 15 by 14CR. Okay. So it's sum, after simplification we got this one. So let me write it as pi r equal to 0 to 12. Numerator is 16 by 15 divided by 14 CR. If you put r from 0 to 12, in every term 16 by 15 will come. So finally 16 by 15 power 13, because we have total terms are equal to 0 to 12, 13. In denominator 14C0, then 14C1, 14C2 and at last 14C12. Okay, same as this one. So here we got the value of alpha, if you compare, that is equal to 16 by 15. So alpha is equal to 16 by 15, and what do you want? 30 alpha. 30 alpha is equal to multiply by 30, so what we are getting? 32. Okay. Now obviously it took time, but that much is okay for maths. And this was the average problem. You cannot say difficult, you might not say that easy also, but still you cannot say difficult one. Next, Z is the complex number. Okay, again this is the problem from the complex number. It is easy one if as compared to the chapter complex number, where they can get the many type of the question which might be difficult for students. Okay, so chapter is the complex number, and obviously it is easy only. Okay, now we start. Z be the complex number satisfying modulus of Z minus 5 less than equal to 3, having the maximum possible positive argument, then 34 this one. So here first I'm going to find the possible value of Z which satisfy this given condition. Okay, so modulus of Z minus 5, as this is the part inside the circle. What is the center? 5, 0 and radius is 3. Circle will be like this one. Z can represent all these points. Z can be any point on the circle or inside the circle. We need maximum positive argument. It means I need to choose the point Z so that angle with x-axis line joining point to origin will be maximum. Okay, that will be along tangent na, for this point only, because for these all angle will be less. Okay, now if I join this one, as this is tangent, radius is equal to 3, this point is 5, 0, this length is 5 only, then as this is the right angle, this is 4, Okay, suppose this angle is theta, this is the or point z now, which is with the maximum argument. Okay, if this is theta, then what will be the cos theta? Cos theta is base by hypotenuse 4 by 5 and sine theta perpendicular by hypotenuse 3 by 5. This z can be written as a cos theta comma b sine theta. It means 4 cos theta comma 4 sine theta. If we put the value of cos theta and sine theta, then z we are getting as 4 cos theta 16 by 5 and 4 sine theta 12 by 5. Acha, by the way, if you see in both place 5z we have. So can I say 5 times z is equal to 16 plus 12 iota. Okay. We just put 5z equal to 16 plus 12 iota here and we'll get our answer. Okay. And now see 34, 5z minus 12, 5z minus 12, that is equal to 4 plus 12 iota and divide by 5 iota z. If you multiply with iota, then it is 16 iota and this is minus 12. So minus 12 plus 16 iota. 5 iota z plus 16, if you add 16, what you will get? 4 plus 16 iota and whole square we need. 34 modulus, 4 common, numerator is 1 plus 3 iota, denominator is 1 plus 4 iota, whole square we have 34, modulus square is 10 and this one is equal to 17. So what we got? 20. Okay, this was your answer. So now coming to next question. They give A1, A2 by 2, A3 by 2. This sequence is the ZP. Okay, and if this sum is equal to 62, then A1. So this is the question. From the sequence series after COVID, you will see only some shifts or some days where the easy problem from the sequence series you will see, and it is just simply based on GP. Okay, so chapter is sequence series and this is easy only. What they give? These are in GP with the common ratio 1 by root 2 and this sum they give and we need value of A1. So what I do? I will find these all the terms A2, A3, A4 in terms of A1 and then we put here. So a second term is A2, that is GP with the ratio 1 by root 2. So A1 into 1 by root 2, it means A1 by root 2. Okay, second term is A2 by 2. So from here we got A2 is equal to root 2 times A1. Okay. Then further A3 by 2 square. This is the third term that will be, and it is GP. So A1 into R square. R square is 1 by 2. Now from here if I multiply A3 equal to 2A1. It means root 2 square into A1. So here we got the sequence. A2 is root 2 into A1. A3 is root 2 square into A1. A4 will be root 2 cube into A1. Okay. I am going to solve this one only. In these all, as these all can be written in terms of A1, I am taking A1 common. Then in A1 we have 1. In A2 what we have? Root 2 is remaining. In A3 root 2 square remains. In A4 root 2 cube remains. And at last in A10 root 2 power 9 remains. Okay, that is equal to 62. Now this is the sum GP. A is 1, then R power n. N is equal to number of terms minus 1 by R minus 1. Okay, equal to 62. It is 32. 32 minus 1, 31. 2 time cancel and we got value of A or A1 equal to 2 into root 2 minus 1. Okay. So obviously this was easy one only. Chapter was the sequence and series. Okay. Now we are coming to next question. Line L1 and L2 are these two respectively. If a line with the direction ratios 1, 1, 1 intersect L1 and L2 at A and B respectively, then find AB square. So last year also, and from the time they remove the 3D part, it means plane, maximum questions always comes from the straight line, and in the shift only 2 questions came from the straight line, as one we discussed and this one is the second one. Okay, so remember, for those all the students also who are going to write the exam in next coming days, straight line is the most important from the vector 3D. Okay, so these are the 2 lines. Suppose these are the 2 lines and there is a line L whose direction ratios are DRs are 1 comma 1 comma 1 intersect these two lines, okay, at the point A and B. This is A and this one is B, okay. We need AB square. So what I do, first I'm going to write these points A and B in general form, then we find the direction ratio of AB and we compare with this one, okay. So point A, first point on this line equal to lambda I am using. So general point on the first line is 2 lambda plus 1, then lambda, and further we have 2 lambda minus 1, okay. Then general point on second line equal to T I am writing. So what we are getting, 2T, then minus T, and further T minus 1, okay, T minus 1. Now, as direction ratio of this line PO, I am going to find the direction ratio of AB, dRs of AB, because that is also same line, x2 minus x1, x2 minus x1, 2 lambda plus 1 minus 2t minus 2t plus 1, then y2 minus y1, lambda plus t, and z2 minus z1, that is equal to 2 lambda minus t. This minus 1 and minus 1 got cancel out. Now these are the direction ratio, and direction ratio already given 1 1 1. It means all three direction ratio are equal. So first I am going to equate these two. If I equate these two, 2 lambda minus 2t plus 1 equal to lambda plus t, 1 lambda cancel, t came this side. What we are getting, lambda minus 3t plus 1 equal to 0. Now I am going to equate these two. If I equate these two, 1 lambda cancel, t came this side, then t equal to 2t equal to lambda we are getting, okay. Now lambda equal to 2t, if we replace here, then 2t minus 3t is minus t, and t equal to 1 we are getting. By putting t equal to 1, lambda equal to 2 we got. So we got the value of t and lambda. Once you got t and lambda, you got AB. What is the point A? Lambda is 2. So it is 5, 2, 3. And t is equal to 1 from here only. So it is 2 minus 1 and it is 0. Okay. Now we can get this distance. What they are asking? AB square. So just use the distance formula. Root x1 minus x2 whole square, that is 9, y1 minus y2 whole square, and z1 minus z2 whole square. Obviously this was easy one, and answer is 27. Okay, here we have. Okay, now coming to next question. Okay, Acha, by the way, this is the question from the again ITF, and actually same type of the question came 3 times, and once in advanced and twice in mains, okay, in previous year. So range of the inverse trigonometric function, they are asking maximum value of this expression in this given interval. That expression I am writing, sine inverse x whole square plus cos inverse x whole square. In those questions you will see cube, but actually right now is square, so it is even more easier than those. So first we can use a square plus b square, a plus b whole square minus 2ab, sine inverse x plus cos inverse x whole square minus twice of sine inverse x into cos inverse x. Okay, sine inverse plus cos inverse is always pi by 2. So y is equal to pi by 2 square, I am writing direct, pi square by 4, minus 2 sine inverse x I am taking as t, okay, and then cos inverse, as we know, pi by 2 minus sine inverse, so this can be written as pi by 2 minus t. What is the t here? T is sine inverse x, okay. As the range of x is minus root 3 by 2 to 1 by root 2, I need to write the range of t. If x is minus root 3 by 2, sine inverse value is minus pi by 3. So t belongs to minimum is minus pi by 3. And if x is 1 by root 2, then sine inverse 1 by root 2 is pi by 4. So range of t is minus pi by 3 to pi by 4. Now we need maximum value of this one in this interval, minus pi by 3 to pi by 4. Okay, I have two options. Either I will use differentiation or I will make the perfect square, because this is quadratic only. If it is going to be cubic, then differentiation is the only option. Okay, by the way, if we simplify, this one is 2t square, then minus pi t, and that is equal to pi square by 4. First I am taking 2 common, then t square minus pi t by 2 and plus pi square by 4 2t minus pi by 4 whole square, okay, minus pi square by 16 and plus pi square by 4. Okay, further if we simplify, this one is twice of t minus pi by 4 whole square minus pi square by 8 if you multiply and plus pi square by 4. So what we have remaining? Pi square by 8. Now we need maximum value of this one for this interval. Okay, obviously this will be minimum when this one is 0, that is at pi by 4. So for maximum I need to add both. For that one t, what we choose, as this is negative, we choose minus pi by 3. So y maximum value of y, that will come when I put t equal to minus pi by 3. So twice of minus pi by 3 minus pi by 4 whole square and plus pi square by 8. Okay, if we simplify, LCM is 12, then 4 and 3, that is equal to 7 pi by 12. If we square, minus doesn't matter. So 49 pi square by 12 square is 144 and plus pi square by 8. Again 72 time cancel, we take the LCM 72, 49 pi square here, and how much we are getting? 9, 49 and 9, that is equal to 58 pi square. If I cancel with 2, then what we are getting? That is 29 pi square by 36. Okay, what it was? N pi square by n plus 7. N is 29, this is 29 plus 7. Okay, so what is the value of n? This was the question, integer type. Now coming to next. Okay, this is the question from the probability distribution. Probability distribution is given by this one. Okay, it is given that sigma square plus mu square equal to 2, where sigma is the standard deviation, mu is the mean, that we all know. Then the value of a by b. Okay, so first thing, here we have two unknown, one is a and other is b. So I need two equation. One equation in probability distribution, sum of probabilities is always 0 and other is this one. So these two equation we are going to use. We get two equation in a and b. So first, sum of all the probabilities. 8a minus 1 by 30 plus 4a minus 1 by 30 plus 2a plus 1 by 30 and plus b, that is equal to 1. Okay, next one is what? Sigma square plus mu square equal to 2. Sigma square formula is sigma xi square into pi, okay, minus mu square and plus mu square. This is the formula of variance only, equal to 2. Mu square cancel. It means just simply sigma xi square into pi is equal to 2. Okay, here if we take the LCM 30, 8a, 4a and 2a, that is equal to 12 and 2, 14a. Minus 1 plus 1 cancel, minus 1 remain, minus 1 and plus 30b equal to 30. So what we are getting? 14a plus 30b equal to 31. This is the one equation. One equation from here. Let me proceed. 0 square into this one, 0. 1 square into this, what we are getting? 4a minus 1 by 30. Then 2 square into this one, 4 we multiply. So 4 into 2, 8a plus 4 by 30. And 3 square into b, that is 9b is equal to 2. Again we multiply by 30. 4a and 8a, that is 12a, minus 1 and plus 4, that is 3. 9 into 30, 270b equal to 60. Okay, so from here 12a plus 270b equal to 57. We divide by 3, then what we are getting? 4a plus 90b is equal to 57 by 3, that is equal to 90. So these are your two equations. You just solve them and get a and b. Okay, and once you solve, then you will get fourth one will be the correct. Okay, so now coming to next question. 0 to 1. Acha, by the way, this one is the easy problem. Everywhere you will see, even this question is, if I need to do only till here, it is going to be very easy. But by the way, this part is even in NCERT also, you will see this question. Okay, so they ask 0 to 1 port inverse, x square plus x plus 1 If x is 0 to 1, this complete value is positive. So x positive, so cot inverse x can be written as directly tan inverse 1 by x. Okay, 1 by this one I am writing 1 plus x square plus x common, x plus 1. Obviously, we need to write this one in terms of tan inverse x minus y. Just see, 1 by x into x plus 1. Can I write 1 as x plus 1 minus x into dx? Now it looks like tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy. What it is? Tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. So 0 to 1, tan inverse x is x plus 1 and minus 0 to 1 tan inverse y, that is tan inverse x into dx. Further, if they ask, we can solve this, we can get the integration also, because tan inverse x we can integrate using integration by parts. But if you need complete integration, it will be better if you subtract 1 from here, then tan inverse x, add 1 to 2, then both will be same type of the function. You just integrate, then put the limits. But right now option we have this one only. Okay, so this was the problem from the definite integration. That was easy one only. Okay, so this was the maths part. Now I will request to Vishal sir to join.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yes. So, hello students. So my name is Vishal Sarwa, and I am a physics teacher at Resonance Chola branch. And I hope you had a great JEE Main exam today. So now let's move to the question part, which you all are waiting for. So yes, sir. Physics questions. So physics questions are really formula based. If you know the formulas, you can easily solve. There's no problem in that question. One or two questions was really lengthy. B or C? C. Okay. So 1 and 2 questions were lengthy. You have to solve some questions. Otherwise, if you know the formula, you can easily solve the question. And we have already seen some questions are really formula based. Okay. So yes, let's move to the first question. Okay, sir. So see, so first question is from work, power, energy. What is the question? Position of a particle is given as a function of time t. X equals to t. Wait. Okay. So x equals to t square plus t plus 1. So question is find out the work. So we already know that to calculate work done, we have two options. Either we can use work done equals to integration f dot dx, or we know that work energy theorem, WET, that work done equals to change in kinetic energy. So see, simple. Calculating force, mass into acceleration, then calculating dx, it's a lengthy process. So what we can do, we can directly solve work equals to change in kinetic energy. So we know kinetic energy is half mv squared. So let's calculate velocity. So see, velocity if we find, so velocity will be 2t plus t. Now our limits are from 2 seconds to 3 seconds. So initial velocity, let's say u initial at t equals to 2 seconds. So that will be 2 into 2 into plus 1, so basically 5 meter per second. U final at t equals to 3 seconds, so it will be 2 into 3 plus 1 equals to 7 meter per second. Mass is given as 2 kg. Now change in kinetic energy. So see, work done equals to half m u final square minus u initial square. So now solve. Half into mass is 2, u final square, 7 square 49, 49 minus 5 square 25. So 2 and 2 cancel, 49 minus 25, 24 joule. So again, it's a very simple question, formula based, you should know. But the trick was you should not solve f into dx. Otherwise, it will become lengthy. You will calculate dx, you will calculate force, then it will become lengthy. Easily solved by work energy theorem. So answer will be 24 joule, option number D. So now if you go to the next question. Okay. So it's a question from magnetism. Again, bacho, it's a formula based question. If you know the formulas for a long straight wire and for a circular loop, you should easily calculate the question. Okay, ab dekho. So we have to calculate magnetic field at about point O. So we know this distance will also be R. So let's say calculate magnetic field for the wire. So magnetic field for infinite wire, let's say V1. So we know the formula. It will be mu naught I current divided by 2 pi d. D is the distance between the point and the wire. So distance will be 2 pi r. Now magnetic field is a vector quantity, so the direction also matters. So now if we use right hand thumb rule, we know that direction will be outward. So let's say it will be outward. So it will be outward. Okay. Now B2 if we solve, so B2 is for circular loop. So what is the formula for circular loop, bachcho? It will be mu naught I by 2 into r, where r is the radius. Now direction, again if you see the direction will be inward. Direction will be inward. Okay, or we can write it as minus mu naught I to r outward. Okay, so it will, we can directly add them. So B net will be B1 vector plus B2 vector. So mu naught I by 2 pi r minus mu naught I by 2 r. Now direction is outward. So if we see, if we take mu naught I by 2 r common, so it will be 1 by pi minus 1, direction outward. And if you see, there is only one option for negative. Now if you invert the direction, so it will become mu naught I by 2 r 1 minus 1 by pi. Now direction become outward. Inward, sorry. So is it clear? So option 3 will be the answer. Mu naught I by 2r into 1 minus 1 by pi. Again, it's a formula based question. Simply memorize all the formulas and give a good practice. Now if you go to the next question, okay, what is the question? So okay, so this question is from wave optics. So what is the statement 1? If you see, statement 1 is, in YDSE, Young's double slit experiment, if the distance between slits and screen increases, fringe width also increases. So simple. To solve this question, you should know what is the formula for fringe width. So what is the fringe width formula, bachcho? Beta equals to lambda capital D by small d. So what is lambda? Lambda is the wavelength of the light. What is capital D? Capital D is the distance between the slits and the screen, and small d is the slit width. So now beta is directly proportional to lambda and beta is directly proportional to d. So basically beta increases if lambda increases, beta increases if d increases. So if you see first statement, if the distance between slit and screen increases, so beta will increase. We can see here. So that means statement 1 is a true statement. If you go to second statement, if wavelength of the light used in YDSE, basically lambda, so fringe width also increases. We know if lambda increases, beta will increase. That means statement 2 is also correct. So our correct option will be again first option. Both statements 1 and 2 are correct. Again, bachcho, it's a formula based question. If you know the formula, you can easily solve. Okay, now move to the next question. Okay, so it's a question from electricity. You should know how to solve electrical circuits. So question is, beta, resistive network, the net resistance across AB, that means net resistance R equivalent between A and B is X, R equivalent. So you have to solve for what is the value of X. So let's solve. We know that 2R and X are in series. So net resistance for them will be 2R plus X. Now 2R plus X and R are in parallel. So we know that R equivalent for parallel will be R1, R2 divided by, okay, I'll write R equivalent will be R1, R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So R1 into R2 will be 2R plus X. Second is R divided by 2R plus X plus R. Okay, so this is R equivalent. This should be equal to the value of X, which is given in the question. So now we'll solve. This should be equal to X. So now solve 2R. Now multiply, so 2R square plus XR equals to 2R plus R, 3R. So 3RX plus X square. So if we solve, it will be a quadratic equation. So X square, if we rearrange it, so it will be X square plus 2RX minus 2r square equals to 0. Now if we solve this equation, we will get our roots for the resistance. Okay, solve. We know what is quadratic formula. So x will be minus b. So minus b will be 2r. So minus 2r okay. So x will be minus 2r plus minus under root b square. So 2r square 4r square minus 4ac. So minus minus plus 4 into 2 into 1. So we have 8r square divided by 2 into a. So 2 into 1, so 2. Now x equals to minus 2r plus minus under root. This will be 12r square. 12r square by 2. So x will be minus 2r. Now 12 will be 3 into 4. So 4 can come out of the under root. So it will become plus minus 2 root 3 r divided by 2. Now divide by 2. So x will be minus r plus minus root 3 r divided by 2. Now we have two solutions. One is positive, one is negative. So let's take negative solution. So x will be minus r minus root 3 r. So if you take r common, so we have minus 1 plus root 3 r. Now we know that resistance cannot be negative, so this is not the correct value. This is not possible. So we will take the positive value. So x will be minus r plus root 3 r. So x will be root 3 minus 1 into r. So this is our correct answer. So again, if you know how to solve electrical circuits, it's an easy question. Yes, the calculation part is very lengthy, but again you can easily get plus 4 marks for this question. So answer will be option 4. Again, now let's move to the next question. What is the next question? Okay, so this is a question from thermodynamics. Again, if you know all the thermodynamics process, what are the work done, what are the change in heat, if you know, you can easily solve the question. So let's move to the question. A diatomic gas where gamma will be 1.5. So diatomic means simple. Diatomic, if you hear, you should know diatomic means degree of freedom will be 5. Does 100 joule of work in isobaric expansion. Isobaric means work done. What is the formula for work done for isobaric? So delta W will be P delta V or N R delta T, which is given as 100 joule. It is equals to 100 joule. Okay, so NR delta will be 100 joule. Now the question is heat given to the gas. So what is the formula for heat given for isobaric process? You should know delta Q equals to NCP delta T. So CP is specific heat at constant pressure. The value for which we already know, it will be 7 by 2 R delta T. Now in the question it is already given 7 by 2 into NR delta T. So NR delta T is already given in the question 100 joule. So just replace. So 7 by 2 into 100. So it will be 350 joule. So again, it's an easy question. If you know the formulas, you can easily get plus 4 marks for the question. So answer will be 350 joule. So that is from my side. I hope you had a tremendous JEE Mains exam today. So now I would like MBK sir to take over from me. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Vishal sir. Let us discuss some of the questions we have collected from chemistry part. Overall, to say this January 21st shift 2, that is the evening paper, chemistry 2, that I can speak very confidently that the paper is comfortable. Many of the students can comfortably solve these questions, right? But understand one thing, NCERT is must and should for inorganic chemistry and physical chemistry. Some selected chapters also will do the work, and organic chemistry selection will not work here because interrelation is more, right? And one more thing, the faculties we are discussing here, that in organic chemistry, number of chapters are lesser, but this time surprisingly equal number of questions came like physical and organic chemistry. So there it is the one area where you can focus with a less number of chapters, and also to get to solve more number of questions from limited number of chapters, right? So please understand it and accordingly prepare. Coming to the one of the question from chemistry or organic chemistry particularly, he has given in one column different reagents, and in another column the names of that reactions. So simply he is asking to match which reagents are used for which reaction. So here you cannot say it is from which chapter, because different named reactions are given, and from day one onwards in this organic preparation under resonance, we list down all the named reactions and we repeatedly solve these questions by labeling, by pasting on the classroom wall, right? So in this manner you have to practice it and make it better from the named reactions. One question guaranteedly we can expect. So coming to this one, H2 plus palladium barium sulfate. H2 plus palladium barium sulfate, this is the reducing agent which is used for partial reduction. So it is Rosenmund reduction, right? So option A will be matching to fourth option. So like alkyne will be reduced to cis alkene, acid chloride will be reduced to aldehyde. These are the functions of Rosenmund reduction. Then CrO2Cl2, that is a chromyl chloride plus carbon disulfide. We know very well chromyl chloride is also another oxidizing agent which is used for partial oxidation only. That means it is something like a mild oxidizing agent. Whatever alkyl benzene is there, the last methyl group will be partially oxidized to aldehyde, and we call such reaction as Itard reaction, right? So whatever the alkyl group is there, how much longer the alkyl chain is there, this last methyl group will be oxidized to aldehyde here. Understanding enough? This is what is the function of Itard reaction. Itard reaction. And SnCl2 plus HCl, this is also used for partial reduction, and SnCl2 plus dilute HCl is used for reduction of partial reduction of cyanide to aldehyde. And this reaction is only, we call it as Stephen's reduction. Stephen's reduction, RCN to be partially reduced to RC double bond H, cyanide to aldehyde. And coming to CO plus HCl in presence of AlCl3, this is a reaction used for formylation of benzene. Formylation of benzene. If you take benzene and add this reagent, this carbonyl group whatever is there, that will get added, that the compound will be converted into benzaldehyde. So all these four named reactions are very important and very well known, defined reactions only these are, right? So hope everybody have understood here. So option A to match with 4, so this cannot be the answer. And option B to match with 1, so option B with 1, option B with 1, and option C with 2, so C with 2, C with 3. So option 1 is our answer, right? So very beautiful question. Hope everybody have solved this question. Next, coming to another very interesting question. There is a compound given CH3Br, and this haloalkane chapter you can consider it as from haloalkanes, from haloalkane chapter, and it is to some extent it is logical, but comfortably we can do it if we are having that knowledge of nucleophilic substitution reaction, because haloalkanes characteristic reactions itself are nucleophilic substitution, like SN1, SN2, SNI, all these reactions what we have studied, right? So in this reaction generally what will happen, when you are taking a methyl chloride, methyl bromide, then as it is methyl bromide only, very unstable intermediate carbocation will be formed. So SN1 will not be preferred. The reaction will go through SN2, right? So when it is going through SN2 reaction, the nucleophile will be attacking from the back side, that from the removal of outgoing leaving group. So leaving group is going from the front side, incoming nucleophile will be attacking from the back side. So that results in the formation of an inversion product. We call it as a Walden inversion. Walden inversion product, right? Now, the question he is asking is order of reactivity of nucleophile. First of all, what is the nucleophile means? Nucleophile is an electron-rich species which is ready to donate electron pair to the electron-deficient carbon here. So, if multiple nucleophiles are there, all of them are ready to donate the electron pair, but who will donate fastest and who will donate by taking a lot of time? That means slowest who will donate. Based upon this tendency of donating electron density, we decide one factor that is called as nucleophilicity, the ability or tendency to donate an electron pair by a nucleophile. The fastest it donates, the ready interest it is showing to donate the electron pair makes it the strongest nucleophile. Lot of time it is taking in donating the electron pair makes it a weak or poor nucleophile. Understanding? Now, if you observe these all four species, right, in OH minus, whatever the lone pair is there, this is localized. It is not going anywhere. Always it is present on the donor atom only, that it can be donated very fast. Whereas if you come to PHO minus phenoxide ion, the lone pair on donor atom is delocalized, right? But this delocalization is by formation of non-equivalent resonance structures. By formation of non-equivalent resonance structures. Coming to acetate ion, here in acetate ion, the donor atom oxygen lone pair is into delocalization with two equivalent resonance structures, right? And in perchlorate, it is like this lone pair is also in a delocalization and with four equivalent resonance structures. Understanding? So understand one point, that here the lone pair on donor atom is localized, always readily available on the donor atom, therefore it is very easy to donate. So OH minus should be the best nucleophile. This is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. So only because of OH minus itself we are able to get the answer. And if you see between these three, the more the delocalization of lone pair happens, the lesser is the availability on the donor atom, therefore lesser will be the nucleophilicity. Maximum delocalization, therefore least nucleophilic. CCl4 minus should be last. So here it is not there, here and here it is at the last, right? And here it is by delocalization with equivalent resonance structure, and here it is by delocalization with a non-equivalent resonance structure. The aggressive delocalization will happen, more magnitude of delocalization will happen in case of equivalent resonance structure. Therefore, these two are poor nucleophiles in comparison to this one. This one is comparatively better to say. Understanding? Better to say. So therefore, phenoxide ion next, then acetate ion, then perchlorate ion. So this is the nucleophilicity order. Very, very interesting, very beautiful question, and maybe we can expect this type of comparative question in coming shifts also. Now, another simple question from IUPAC nomenclature and isomerism. In this question, it is also like a matching type, like in the column 1, list 1, what he has given, cis to butene and trans to butene, what they two are, what is the relation between them? Cis to butene and trans to butene, by name itself it is indicating that one is cis isomer, another one is trans isomer, that they are geometrical isomers, or in general they are stereo isomers. So A should be with a 2, A is with a 4. A is with 4. A is A, B, C. But answer is no. Here option is not there. With whatever the options we are having, I will make the solution here. See, A. One thing understand, these are the questions we have got with the partial information also, that the question may not be complete. So if it is official question comes, we can compare it with any data missing is also there, right? And diethyl ether and butanol, these two are functional isomers. Okay, na? So A, stereoisomers, B, functional isomers, and C, 1 butene and 2 butene. In the number itself, the difference is there that 1 and 2 are positional isomers. So C is positional isomers. But this type of option is not there here. This is a 2. Then functional isomers is a 1. Then positional isomers 3. So is there any option is there? 2, 1, 3. 2, 1, 3 is not there. So just fix it to this as the answer. Now coming to another question, which compound is optically inactive? Optically inactive out of the following. N-propyl chloride. What is N-propyl chloride? The question is from stereoisomerism, right? And very simple question it is. Just he is asking which is optically inactive. The molecule which is not having chirality is an optically inactive molecule. There is no chirality here. This is optically inactive. So this can be one compound. Secondary butyl chloride. Secondary butyl chloride is the chlorine should be attached to secondary carbon. And here there is a chiral center. This is optically active. So this is optically active. And third one, tertiary butyl chloride. Tertiary butyl chloride is not having any stereo center, therefore it is optically inactive. Coming to isopropyl chloride. Isopropyl chloride is this compound that here also it is not having any stereo center, therefore it is also optically inactive. All the compounds are optically inactive except second molecule. So 1, 3, 4. This itself is the answer. 1, 3, 4. Understanding? So very simple it is that we can understand. The questions are straightforward and basic concepts only they are focusing. Now I welcome our Zakir Hussain sir to continue with physics. Thank you.
All right, so let's start the physics portion here. So these are gonna be the last 5 questions for the physics. The one thing I have repeatedly said and going to say again, it is not a difficult paper as long as we follow the formula. So soon enough we are going to see the questions and let's begin. Here's the first question. As you can see, it's pretty much literally saying it's a kinematic, but just in case we are going to say that thing. Two cars are moving parallel to each other, with the velocity shown. Initial separation is given r equals to 10. Find the angular momentum of car A with respect to B. So first we need to figure out what is the velocity before we even do relative velocity. So this saying 36 into 5 by 18, if we do, we are gonna get here 10 meter per second. So this is gonna be 10 meter per second. This is gonna be obviously 20 meter per second. Now relative velocity of A with respect to B. So A is here with m mass and it's gonna move in opposite direction, because guess what? 10 minus 20 is called minus 10, which means it's gonna be moving in left hand direction. So it is gonna be 10 meter per second, and this is gonna be 3m by 2, which is pretty useless for us because that thing doesn't got any velocity. Now here we got 10 meter. So angular momentum, as we all know, is mvr in a simple magnitude wise. It's not a direction, otherwise I will be writing r cross mv. So if you multiply this saying m 10 10 guess what? We're gonna get 100 m here. So just like that, our first question is done. So it's based on formula and it's a kinematics relative velocity. Moving on to the next thing, which says it's an LC oscillation, which means it's a 12th class one. So LC circuit, charge on the capacitor is maximum at t equals to 0, which means we are supposed to use cos function, not sine function. So here we are gonna get Q is equals to Q naught cos omega t. And think about omega, which is angular frequency here. It is going to be 1 upon square root of LC. Very important for our solution. So here they said find the time when the charge becomes 25% of initial, which means Q naught by 4. This is gonna be Q naught cos omega t. Now these will be cancelled. You will be getting cos inverse 1 by 4 omega t, and then t is equals to 1 upon omega cos inverse 1 by 4. You know, even if you do not know the omega value, you can directly get the answer pretty easily because there is a cos inverse involved. And just like that, our question is done. Moving on to the third question, we got here about process a river of 200 breath in the minimum time possible. This is the most important word right here because it tells which formula you're supposed to use here. The formula we are looking for is T is equals to D divided by V, and for the total displacement, that is gonna be square root of, that is the D, which is going to be 200-meter breadth, and how much drift it did in that direction of river. Just in case if you want to know what is the diagram will look like, A will try to go this way, but the river is flowing, so its actual displacement is going to be this dotted line with the drift and D value. And just like that, I mean, it doesn't even have a calculation. I mean, come on, are you going to say 200 divided by 10 is a calculated thing? Nope. 200 divided by 10 is 20. And then this thing, it's even more easier. It's gonna be square root of 200 square drift. However, you might have to calculate, but it's not that difficult. It is going to be the horizontal distance given by horizontal velocity, which we got 5, and the total time 20. So it is going to be 100 square, and as you all know, it's gonna be 100 root 5. So answer is gonna be 22nd and 100 root 5. So again, my point is, it's all about formula. If you know the formula, then questions are way easier. Moving on to the fourth question here. In a diagram given below, a pulley is having a ring. Very important word here, ring, not a disc, because that will change the moment of inertia. Mass capital M is given, radius R is filled with the 2 rods. Okay, we got more than just a ring case. It is having a rod also there. If the pulley rotates, also a rod will also rotate, and then we need to find the magnitude of acceleration. Now again, it's a formula base. It came from the rigid body dynamics, but believe me, if you know this thing, it's just 2-line formula, 2 lines a solution. And the formula we are looking for is acceleration is equals to total force. Total force here, well, this will drive, this will oppose. So we are gonna get here capital Mg minus small mg divided by total force by total mass, you could say, which is gonna be not just linear inertia, it's also going to be the rotational part, which means moment of inertia divided by r square. Now let's calculate this part right here separately. So I divided by r square, first ring is gonna be capital Mr square plus the rods, there are 2 of them, so 2 times m and 2r whole square divided by 12 divided by r square. If we simplify this thing, we're gonna get another capital M plus, now let's calculate this thing in a smart way, okay? So this is going to be 2 square 4. 4 divided by 12 is 1 by 3. So 2 by 3 we are gonna get 2 by 3 small m. Now we're gonna place it right over here. If we do, it is gonna be capital minus small mg, because why not? We can do that taking common. And then capital M plus small m, then capital M plus 2m by 3. Now this will become 2. But when you take LCM, 3 will be multiplied with 2, making it 6. So 3 will go up, and we're gonna get here 6 capital M plus 2 plus 3, 5 small m. You know, it's kind of like an easy fraction calculation. I believe you can do that. And if you do, you can see what is the answer. That is the first option. Moving on to the pretty much like last question for physics, and what we got is a conceptual question, not a calculative one. So let's see what is the question is all about. There are two capillary tubes they have given, and they said very clearly that the radius of these tubes are different, and one of them is more than the other. And they have a surface tension T1, T2. If the density of the liquids are same, then what will happen to H1H2 for the given condition? For this, again formula, H is equals to 2T cos theta divided by rho or G. For a second, let's pretend that the density cos theta, they are same. 2 is also same because it's a number. So here we are gonna get H is like proportional to T divided by R. And if we take T1, T2 same, because some of the option, as you can see, T1, T2s are same. If that is the case, we are gonna get H is proportional to 1 upon R, which means H will be inversely, meaning if R is greater, H will be smaller. And do we have any case which looks like that? We know R1 is greater than R2, which means we are looking for H1 less than H2 whenever surface tension is same. And just like that, our questions are done for the physics. Now, after that, we're going to talk about a bit about summary. Wait, what is summary? Basically, we are going to do a sort of like a small analysis here, in which we will talk about all the physics question we have dealt up to now, just to give you a small summary what happened. This is very useful for the students who are going to attempt further few papers later. I mean, they may have paper on 22, 23 or some other day. It's helpful for them. So listen very carefully. So let's begin. The first thing I wanted to pay attention to all of you is there's a bunch of data, a bunch of names, but let's start with something very basic. Like how much portion is from 11th and how much portion is from 12th. So let's start. Here we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My God. In 20 questions, we got 11 10th question, which means 12th is also 10. That means 50-50. The J is being fair for once. So you are not going to get an unfair treatment just because you did horrible in 11th or horrible in 12th. Basically, you're going to get half horrible here. Now, moving on to the next thing is talking about 11th chapters. Like, what is the most prominent one? Which one is like occurring a lot? We got circular motion here. We got error analysis, but that is not mechanics here. Then we got heat and thermodynamics. Wait for it. Simple harmonic motion. And then we have work per energy. Then we have here thermodynamics. Let's leave it. Kinematics. And then we have another kinematics. Then we have RBD. Now these things which I just underlined, these are called mechanics. These are the starting 11 chapters you get in your physics classes in 11th itself. So if you are doing that, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Just like that, 6 question you already have out of 20. Do you know how much it means? It means your rank can go easily up to lakhs if you're just correcting the starting easier questions. Now, that is mechanics, but that doesn't mean that mechanics is the entire thing. Other than this, in the 11th, we got thermodynamics, and we got again thermodynamics right here, and we got little bit of a surface tension, which means fluid is still important. If you remember earlier, we were talking about in this video that RBD is one of the chapter and thermodynamics are one of this chapter which is kind of important, and you can see now why they are. Now, after that, let's leave the 11th class discussion, kind of like as it is. Let's move on to the 12th one. So 12th one, as we already know, half of this thing is 12th. So in 12th, we've got current electricity, geometrical optics, Then we got atoms, which is like part of modern physics. Then current electricity again, which means it's kind of important again here. And then we got electrostatic, then we got capacitance, semiconductor, then we got magnetism. Now, what I wanted to point it out here is the 12th is kind of like balance compared to the 11th, where 11th was mostly focused on mechanics, simple harmonic motion, RBD, and a little bit of a thermodynamics here and there. This 12th portion is much more balanced. We got wave optics here, we got EMI as well, electromagnetic induction, LC oscillation. So what I will say is to all the students who are listening for the next paper, I mean they are going to have a paper on 22 or 23 or 24, something like that. I would highly suggest for 11th, pay attention to mechanics, thermodynamics, fluid. These are like 4 or 5 good chapters, including the wave itself. For 12th, they are not that difficult, they are not that lengthy. So focus on modern physics, focus on EMI, and focus on electrostatics, geometrical optics. But above all else, whenever you are focusing, believe me, I said this 100 times, but one more time, these are all formula based. The only reason we have written like medium, 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 and one more, like how many are there? Around six medium, only because they were calculative. That's it. They were not driven, they were not driving. Yes, some of them requires a derivation here, like we have to get the what you call maximum power in the current electricity, maximum power in the external resistance. If you don't know the formula, then it is gonna be from easy to medium type. But again, if you know the formula, it's a piece of cake. So overall in physics, I would say this was okayish easy paper, and you can expect an easy paper again for tomorrow, which means 22nd, but the paper might get slightly tougher as we go. So that's it for the physics summary. Now I will welcome another sir,
Mathematics.
another sir from the maths department, and he will be telling you the analysis part.
Hello everyone, my name is Amrendra Kumar. I am senior mathematics faculty at Resonance. Now I am going to discuss JEE Main's mathematics questions. So first question is the maximum value of sine inverse x whole square plus cos inverse x whole square, where x is given minus root 3 by 2 to 1 by root 2. This question from ITF. This question from ITF, inverse trigonometric function, and this is one of the easiest question. So to solve this question, first of all, you have to use sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2, and then you can easily find the range of this expression. So sine inverse x whole square, cos inverse x you can write pi by 2 minus sine inverse x whole square. Let sine inverse x is equal to t, so t belongs to minus pi by 3 to pi by 4. Now simplify this one. This is t square, pi by 2 minus t whole square. Suppose this is ft. So to find the range, first of all differentiate this one. 2t minus 2 times pi by 2 minus t. Now find critical points. You will get 4t minus pi is equal to 0. So t is equal to pi by 4. Only one point you will get from here, pi by 4. So if you take more than pi by 4, you will get positive. and less below pi by 4, you will get negative. And this range is given minus pi by 3 to pi by 4, means this side. And this side whole function is negative, means decreasing function. So for decreasing function, lowest value will give you highest maximum value. So for maximum, you have to find f of minus pi by 3. Put here f of minus pi by 3. Value of t is minus pi by 3. You will get pi square by 9 plus pi by 2 plus pi by 3 whole square. Now simplify, you will get pi square by 9 plus 25 pi square by 36. So from here, if you multiply here by 4, you will get 29 by 36. 29 by 36 pi square. So A is what? 29, B is 36. So sum of the value is 29 plus 36. How much? 65 is your answer for this question. Now next question is, let alpha and beta be the roots of the equation x square plus 2x plus 3a plus 10 is equal to 0, such that alpha belongs to, one lie between alpha and beta, then the set of all possible values of alpha is, A is. So this question from quadratic equation. This is also one of the easy question from location of roots. A number lie between the roots. What is the condition? Only one condition is there. F of given number is less than 0. Now this type, because coefficient of x square is positive, so graph of quadratic like this, alpha, beta, number lie here. So f of 1 will be negative. So what is f of 1? 1 plus 2a plus 3a plus 10 less than 0, 5a plus 11 less than 0, a less than minus 11 by 5. So your answer is fourth one. Now next question is, next question from matrices. This is also an easy question. Chapter name is matrices. And how to solve this type of question? Look here, a to the power 15. This type of larger index is given if you get, so you have to find minimum up to 3, means a square and a cube. And observe that 3, you will get some pattern, and use that pattern, you will get any higher value like a 15. So a is given, so a square will become 3 minus 4, 1 minus 1, 3 minus 4, 1 minus 1. Multiply this, you will get, what you will get? 9 minus 4, 5, minus 12 plus 4. How much? Minus 8. 9, 3 minus 1, 2. And last one is minus 4 plus 1, minus 3. Similarly, you can find a cube. A cube will become 5 minus 8, 2 minus 3, 3 minus 4, 1 minus 1. Multiply these two, you will get 7 minus 12, 3 minus 5. You can observe this. First element is 3, second is 5, and third is 7. So this is in AP, whose common difference is 2, and first element is 3. So we can find 50th term. How to find 50th term? So a to the power 15 will become How much? First term is 3, common difference is 2, so you will get 31, and this is multiple of 4, minus 4, minus 8, minus 12, so you will get minus 60. 1, 2, 3, you will get 15, and last term is minus 1, minus 3, minus 5. This is also in AP, whose common difference is 2, and first term is 1, minus 1, so you can get minus 29. This is your a to the power 15. Now you have to find a to the power 15 plus b. A to the power 15 plus b. This will become, b is here, minus 29, and if you add, you will get how much? 2. Minus 16 plus 49, you will get how much? Minus 11, and here also 2, and this one is also minus 11. So this will become a to the power 15 plus b. You have to multiply this value by x, y. You will get, what you will get? 2x minus 11y, 2x minus 11y, and this is given 0. That means 2x minus 11y is equal to 0. So 2x is equal to 11y. So which one satisfy this? First option, if you put x 11, y will become 2. So this is your correct answer. Next question. This question from definite, this is from area segment. So how to solve this type of question? This is also easy question. To solve this type of question, first of all, draw the graph and then find the area between the curve, apply that method. How to draw the graph of this function? Two functions are given. One function is y less than equal to 4 minus x square. Other function is y greater than equal to 1 minus 2x. So what is the graph of this function? Graph is like this. This point is 0, 4, and this point is 2, 0. And graph of this line is y equal to 1 minus 2x, passes through here 1 and here 1 by 2. So this is the line. Less than equal to this part means you have to take internal area, and more than equal to this means above this line. So this area you have to find. How to find area? First of all, find this total area, then subtract this triangle, area of triangle. So total area is 0 to 2, 4 minus x square dx, minus you have to subtract. You have to subtract area of triangle 1 by 2, 1 by 2 into 1. So what is your area? 4x minus x cube by 3, 0 to 2, minus 1 by 4. This will become, put here 2, you will get 8 minus 8 by 3, and if you put 0, you will get 0, minus 1 by 4. So 16 by 3 minus 1 by 4. How much you will get from here? LCM is 12 and numerator is 61. This is your alpha by beta. LCM of alpha beta is GCD is 1, means HCF. So value of alpha plus beta. What is value of alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is 61 plus 12, which is 73. So second option is your correct. So this is the complete mathematics. Next, chemistry sir will explain.
Hi, hello. Let us discuss remaining questions of chemistry now. Right after that, I will do paper analysis. Right. Right. That's right. Yeah. Let's see. Question. Which of the following statements are true? Mn has highest oxidation state. Highest oxidation state in Mn2O7, obviously. In the Mn2O7, Mn exhibit the +7 oxidation state. That is the maximum oxidation state of the manganese. First statement is right. Very, very simple, right? MnO is more ionic than Mn2O7, obviously. In the MnO, Mn is in +2 oxidation state. In the Mn2O7, Mn is in +7 oxidation state. Okay, right? Right. Oxidation state increases, covalent character increases, right? So MnO is more ionic as it exhibits the less oxidation state. Mn2O7 is the more covalent as it exhibits the maximum oxidation state. Option 2 also right. Mn2O7 has the one bridging oxygen atom, obviously. Whenever odd number of oxygen atoms are present, it's not true in all cases. We can say in general, whenever odd number of oxygen atoms are there, that oxygen atom should be bridged oxygen atom, might be bridged oxygen atom in this given compound Mn2O7. What is the structure? This is the structure, right? This oxygen is bridged. Okay, Mn2O7 has one bridging oxygen atom. This option also right. Oxidation state of Mn is maximum in oxo compounds, right? Oxidation state of Mn is maximum in oxo compounds +7. So we can go with option 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 are correct. Let's move to next question. Okay. In which of the following pairs first compounds have more covalent nature than second compound? Covalent nature of ionic compound we can decide with the help of Poisson's rules. Poisson's rules. Poisson's rules are characterized by the two parameters. One is polarizing power, which is related to cation. One is polarizability, which is related to anion. See here. Here in the first case, anion is same, cation is different. Sn plus 2, Sn plus 4. Right. Here Sn plus 2, Sn plus 4, same element. Oxidation state increases, atomic size is what? Decreases. Atomic size decreases, polarizing power increases. Polarizing power increases, covalent character increases. That means SnCl4 having the more covalent character than the SnCl2. But what the question asked? Which of the following pairs first compound should be having the more covalent character? But here second compound having the more covalent character. Because Sn plus 4, Sn plus 2, when you compare the size of the ion, Sn plus 4 has the lesser size. Lesser is the size, more is the polarizing power. More is the polarizing power, more is the covalent character, less is the ionic character. This option is wrong. In the second case, Pb plus 2 plus 4, Pb plus 2. Okay, yes, this has the more covalent character. Why? Because size is less, charge is more. In this case, uranium plus 6, uranium plus 4. In this case also, it has the more charge, uranium has the more charge, and the size is less, polarizing power more, covalent character more. Then option A is wrong one, and option BC are correct one. Then this is not the option. This is the right. Second is the correct option. And last one. Okay, they given from the electrochemistry. Electrochemistry related with the solubility. Okay. Solubility product they given KSP. KSP they given 10 power minus 10. And E naught M plus M by 0.71. E naught M by MX X minus this is. So they asking the solubility product of. Okay. They are asking the this one. E naught M by Mx X minus is equals to how much? Okay, I am taking this one. E naught X minus Mx M, direct formula I am taking. What is the formula we have? E naught M plus M plus RT by NF ln KSP. But we need for this one, you reverse this one. E naught M by Mx and X minus what you get? E naught M plus by M minus RT by NF ln KSP. Make it log, then what you get? E naught M by Mx X minus E naught M plus by M they given 0.7, that means minus 0.71. This value you know that 0.059. Minus 0.059 log I am taking log 10 power minus. Then what you get? Minus 0.71 minus into minus plus 0.059 into 10. Upon solving, you will get this one. Option 2 is the correct one. That's about paper discussion of chemistry. I will give paper analysis of chemistry now, right? Let us discuss. We are going to be discuss paper analysis of chemistry of shift to 21st. Okay. On an average, what I observed in today paper is moderate to easy to moderate. Let us discuss topic wise. Yes, first one, they regularly give the question from the PVC. Qualitative analysis of organic compound. Mostly they are asking the question from the percentage of sulfur, percentage of phosphorus. Sometimes they are asking the percentage of chlorine, Carius method. So you people, what you have to do, you people have to remember the just formula. Substitute the values they given in the question. That's more than enough. No need to work more on the qualitative analysis. Just remember the formulas of the percentage of carbon, percentage of sulfur, percentage of hydrogen, then you can easily solve the problem, right? So it is very, very easiest question and regularly asking question. So next one, periodic classification. In the periodic classification also, they asking the question from the ionic radius. Ionic radius. So very easiest question. This is also easy question. We can do very easily, right? Next one, we have the question from the organic chemistry, nitrobenzene. They give the conversions. They give in the nitrobenzene. After that, bromination. You have to know what kind of group NO2. Whether it is ortho para director or meta director. After that they given the some conversion. So it is somewhat some moderate to difficult question. We can do it. Mole concept, stoichiometric calculation they given. It is also very moderate question. Regularly asking question, this is also we can solve it is very easily, right? And from stereoisomerism, this time they are asking two questions actually. According to whatever questions we received from the students, they given the two questions. In one question, they asking the percentage of carbon from the given compounds which are optically active, and one question directly asked, which of the following is optically active, which of the following is optically inactive. And this is also, I can say it is easy question. And they given the question from the alkyl halides, and they asking the nucleophilicity of the given compounds, given reagents. They given the OH minus, pH. We can decide we can decide the nucleophilicity of the given reagents based on the equivalent resonating structures, non-equivalent resonating structures, based on the negative charge present on the what kind of atom. All these factors we have to consider to decide the nucleophilicity. If you work on this, work on the SN1, SN2, SNI reactions, you can easily answer this question. So this is also moderate question, we can say. D black elements magnetic momentum, regularly asking question. This is D black elements complex compounds are very important lessons. Everyone should focus on these two lessons, right? Magnetic momentum based on the number of unpaired electron, we can decide the magnetic momentum of the given species. And they given the atomic structure, hydrogen spectrum. The basic formula 1 by lambda is equals to R 1 by n1 square in minus 1 by n2 square. Substitute the values according to given data, then we can easily solve this question. And we can say it is the moderate question. They asked the ratio of that line, this line kind of question. Very normal and routine question this is also. As from the D black elements, they asked the potassium dichromate, means chromyl chloride test. They asked chromyl chloride test, and they asked the what? Oxidation state of the chromium in the chromyl chloride. Very basic, easy question. Okay. And solution, osmotic pressure, just formula based question. Pi is equals to ICST is the formula. By using that formula, you have to substitute the values whatever they are given in the question, then we can solve. EMF question, this is also formula based question. Chemical kinetics, this is somewhat moderate question. They used the pressures, all these things. And named reactions and reagents, this is the most easiest question they asked from the organic. Just you have to know the reagents, you have to know the named reactions which we are discussed in the organic chemistry. And alkyl halides, nucleophilicity, isomerism, they asked IUPAC, stereoisomerism, same question they asked again. And oxides of D black elements meant Mn2O7, that kind. Just now I discussed that question. Chemical bonding, Fazan's rules, from the Fazan's rule they asked the question. And electrochemistry, they asked the KSP, they given the KSP and asked the EMF value. Whatever, on an average question is very easy to moderate, right? Okay, now Vivek sir will discuss about the paper. Right? Thank you. One more thing, most of the questions, if you solve the resonancy exercise 1, you can deal this question paper very easily. Thank you. Vivek sir will be discuss.
Hello student. So now few questions from the mathematics we are going to discuss with all of you, how we can solve. And after that, we can quick analysis of all the questions. From which topic, how many questions came, that is came from the 11th class or 12th class, like that. So shift 2, as we have seen, the question paper is little bit lengthy paper is there, but we won't say very much the conceptual. Yeah, calculative it is there. Yeah, now you can see this sum from the set and relation. From the set and relation, this sum is there. We have to be find the number of element. We have to be find the number of element in is the number of element in the R and L. Easily we can check from this one which value are going to be satisfied this one. So for x comma y, we can take here that 2, obviously 2 also going to be satisfied, because here 2 into 2, 4 will come, here 3 into 2, 6 will come, again 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 9. So like that we can find. After that, we can take here 3, if the 3 here, so 3 into 2, 6. So this side also we can take the 2. So 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 9. Whatever the term x and y, it is going to be satisfied. That easily by putting value we can check. Once we can come to the 4. So what the things are there? 4 into 2, 8. By the way, 2 we won't be take because 4 into 2, 8. 8 is not greater. 2 we can take, then 6 will come. 6 is not greater than 8. So 2 we should not take. Once you can take the 3. So here 8, here 3. Yes, 3 is the possible. 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 9 we can take. After that, with the 5, if 5 we can keep here, so this becomes the 10. So 2 is not possible, 3 is not possible, 4 is possible. So we can take here because here 10, here the 4, 12, 4 is possible, 5 is possible, 9 is possible. After that, we can take the 9 to 18. For the 18, then 2 we won't take, 3 we won't take, 4 we won't take, 15 also we won't take, so 9 only we can take. So now we can check how many. From here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So m value is equal to 18 we can get. Up now, what the value we can keep? So this is going to become a symmetric. So by the way, 2, 3, so 3 comma 2 is there. So this is the symmetric. So no need to take 2 comma 4. So we can check 4 comma 2. 4 comma 2 is not there. So we can take the 4 comma 2. So like that the value we can check which can make them the symmetric. 2 comma 5. So 5 comma 2 you can check. It is not there. So 5 comma 2 also we can take. So similar way you can check n is equal to we can get the 7. So 18 plus 7 is equal to 25. So m plus n value is equal to we can get here 25. So our fourth option is the correct. Now we can come to the next sum. Yeah. We have to be find the value of this one. Whenever you can see the greater integer, you can use the Sandwich theorem here. So 1 by n cube is equal to otherwise summation of n k to 1 k square, yeah, k square by 3 to the power x minus, you can take the fractional part, 1 by n cube summation. One thing you can see here, whenever this value is there, the fractional, so less than 1 will come by infinite. So this is equal to directly 0 we can take. Now we can come here. So this expansion 1 by n cube, so we can write here n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by this one. Now from here you can see, after the calculation we can get 3 to the power x. So that is equal to 1 by 3 to the power x plus 1. Now we have to be find the value of 12, summation of j 1 to infinite f of j. So now in place of x, we can keep the j value 1, 2, 3 like that. So 12. This series will come 3 to the power 2, 1 by 3 to the power 3 up to infinite. So value 1 by 2 into first term divided by 1 minus common ratio. So this is equal to, we can get the value 2. Yeah. Come to the next sum. Solution of this one, the number of solution. Means the trigonometrical equation sum is that easy sum only. Tan 3x. So what you can do here, cot x convert in terms of the tan. So pi by 2 minus x. So we can write here 3x is equal to n pi plus pi by 2 minus x. So we can write 4x n pi plus pi by 2 divide here. So n pi by 4 plus pi by 8. Now you can keep the value n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, and you can check how many of this x value will come between 0 to 2 pi. Just like once you can put the pi by 8, n is equal to 1, then pi by 4 plus pi by 8. Like that you can try to find. So total number of value we can get here, the 8 number of the value. Now we can see the next sum. Next sum is there from the differential equation, again from the linear. Linear is the very important. We are always seeing frequently question is asking from this one is equal to 2 cos x plus 3 sin x into cos x. This thing are there. So for the linear, directly use the linear condition. So y integration factor, so 2 cos x dx. This is equal to now 2 cos x plus 3 sin x into e to the power minus 2 sin x dx. Little bit calculation is there, but calculation not at all difficult calculation. Here also we have to write the cos x. So you can take the cos x common. So 2 plus 3 sin x e minus 2 sin x dx. Do one thing here, sin x equal to, we can assume that t. So cos x into dx is equal to dt. So this value is equal to, we can write here 2 plus 3t e minus 2t dt. Up now this integration by parts easily you can do. So you can do and then you can get. So by the way, after the solving, you can get the option number 4. Now quick analysis we are going to be see. So what the analysis we can find here, the balance paper is there around whatever the data we got from the 21 question, 10 question we can from the 11th class and 11 question from the 12th class. And whatever our important topic is there, they covered all the important topic. Like a vector question is there, 3D question is there, sequence and series question is there, quadratic also question are there. And similar way, the question level you can see the easy, moderate, and few question are the difficulties there. So overall, we can say paper is the balanced paper. If you can attempt with the cool minds, obviously you can get the good marks in that one. So chalo, okay. Good night, all of you.
Sir.